Ugh,
Poof.
bloody hell.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we lost 45% of our audience.
45% of zero.
Negative 45%!
Watching.
Okay. So it's the unlucky few. So who wants to do the talking?
It's been too long, my memory cannot contain that long.
We were doing a thing, and then we weren't.
And then we were doing another thing, and then we weren't.
And remember, if I have to describe it, I get an extra skilled check that I can use this session.
Look, it's been like, what, nearly a month?
Yeah, I still remember it as if it was yesterday. Not my fault you
Jesus,
don't remember.
how bad do you want to torture us? Jokes, jokes.
Okay, so last time we picked up where you left off the week before that, which was in the middle of the hostage situation, if you remember that. Then, you managed to solve the hostage situation by convincing him to stand down, and he did. And then he saw no reason to be there, so he left. And you guys.
Oh, wait, that was me. Good job, me.
Yes, exactly. And you guys went to. You almost blew the cover of some of your agency by trying to tell some thugs to go away. That was a thing. You brought back the child that had the ability to lock people in alternate dimensions, it seems like. And he is currently being interrogated, which didn't go over well with one of your members. You tried to convince them that they, Geo tried to convince them that they shouldn't try to figure out the limits of his powers and stuff by doing the things that they were doing, but it didn't work, and Geo even got reprimanded as a result. So that
You
happened.
got nothing.
Yep. So Shaggy ate some pizza, I think, if I remember correctly.
That might have happened, yes.
Some pizza that was somebody else's, but he didn't care. I think that happened. Also, for Shaggy, a person approached him that he didn't recognize and started talking to him in depth about his backstory and told him to start looking into it or contact him if he wanted to start looking into it. If Shaggy remembers that. um Preben's character was interacting with some of his friends from his ranger days.
Well, technically still is.
They're still his friends, but they were...
No, he's still a ranger as well. I guess,
True,
I don't know.
but they were part of a team, and he got taken off that team, so they're no longer part of that team. He's no longer part of that team, is what I meant. Anyway,
Oh.
and I guess that went fine. And Martha did some planning with Wilhelm. Oh wait, she also talked to your team leader, Jonathan McIntosh, to look into... I don't know if everybody was there because everybody was in and out that game. So, I don't know if everybody was there during that. but she mentioned that she had a dream with 4 people and this guy who had a car, and the guy gave her some stuff, and then all the weird stuff started happening. So he said that he would look into that. And he is the guy with the huge scar down his face. That is your team leader, basically. So, after that, you guys went to Wilhelm to start planning. And you went and got the plan that Wilhelm had in the first place, that he had set up, to basically bust a drug operation and in the process lure out your target. Which did happen. Once you actually went there and did the thing. So, as a result of that, you managed to convince him to come back with you. Because he saw somebody who he recognized. And a lot of exposition was revealed based on that. But since most of you weren't there during that, I am going to allow Martha to determine whether or not she wants to reveal most of that information. The person who was there, I'll say that he was allowed to overhear if he wished. So, you guys are now headed back to HQ. So, you get to determine what you want to do next.
I'll straight up share.
Okay.
I don't know, I just don't think it's necessary to keep it a secret. It might even be beneficial because I should trust my team.
So basically, what she learned was that there were the supernatural event that is linked to her backstory. The reason why she perhaps is, but perhaps the reason why she thinks she is Martha Stewart is because of a supernatural event that happened in her backstory that involved 4 other people. They basically found the person who Martha was before found a book of black magic, which you guys have found. This book of black magic told them of a ritual that could allow them to gain access to an entity, and this entity would grant them one wish. So they participated in the ritual, however the people who were involved were heavily intoxicated in various ways, and they didn't think that the ritual actually happened. They thought that maybe it was a side effect of what they imbibed in. Therefore, most of them made jokes about what they wished to have. However, the person who you were after, his wish was to be able to stop the prejudices against the African minorities that is often perpetrated around the world, and he gained that power. So he has multiple abilities. He can show up in multiple locations at once by duplicating himself. And he can also stop the perpetration, he can move more quickly, things of that nature. But the drawback is that if he chooses not to participate in stopping these events that he is now aware of, he he starts to feel extreme pain all over his body. So each one of these people got what they wished for, but it's kind of like the monkey's paw. You get what you wish for, but there's a drawback of some sort. So there's, to give an example, one of the other people who participated wished that he could always have alcohol or something. I forget what it was, the specific wording. But now he sweats alcohol constantly. So, yeah, the drawback is that he sweats it constantly. But he always has it now. So it's, like I said, it's the monkey's paw. You get what you want, but there's some sort of drawback to whatever it is that you get. So, she has these 4 other companions, one of which you've met. There are 3 others, and she is aware of those. One is a girl who looks like Beyonce. The drawback is that people mistake her for Beyonce, even though she doesn't act anything alike Beyonce. So she has, like, paparazzi following her around all the time, those sorts of things. The guy who sweats alcohol, that's one of them. And the other one is a girl who wished to always be clean, and therefore is made of soap. So, yeah, that one's pretty bad. So, the plan was to see if they could figure out a way to either reverse what happened to them, or maybe get rid of the drawbacks and keep the powers. It depends. But currently, what I determined last time is that she contacted somebody in the organization, and she told the location of the 3 people that are currently remaining. Teams are being sent to extract those people and bring them back to HQ. Willingly or unwillingly. So, those people will be brought back in due time. However, they live all over the continental United States, so it may take some time. Those are the things that she is aware of that you guys were not up to that point.
But I did record it though.
Yeah,
So
like I said, Shaggy did have access to that since he was still here. So, he chose to record the conversation. But whether or not he decides to share that information is up to him.
yeah, I don't feel like sharing it at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. So, the next thing to determine is whether or not you guys wish to report that you've brought back the supernatural entity. Whether or not your mission was a success. Because Geo is aware of what happens when a supernatural entity is reported.
I do inform them of that, of course.
Okay, so just so you guys are aware, what happens is they basically put them through an interrogation sort of setting where they try to do things that might be unpleasant to the person just to see if any powers activate. So, Shaggy would already be aware of this, considering that was kind of something that he did. Because not only did your interrogations involve trying to get information, you also tried to find out if somebody had power, people had powers or not.
Yeah. Lots of experimenting.
Yes. So anything can trigger powers, so you had a list of basic things that you had to run through, like basic situations, just to make sure that they are safe to walk around, basically.
Mhm.
They don't just like explode when somebody says, "Hey, here's an apple." That sort of thing.
Yeah. Hey, here's apple. Oh, thank you. Bang.
Exactly.
They just let it explode in your face as they just stand there, just into tiny pieces. The apple still just in your hand.
Yeah, so it takes
just for
quite
the
a bit
few-
of time to run through the scenarios that they have listed.
Yeah, just for the future, can I like have that list if we encounter more of these anomalies?
A
Which we
list
will.
of anomalies that you have encountered?
No. The procedures of testing them.
Sure. I'm
But
gonna
for-
say that I won't have a full list of everything that you would say to try to activate them, but
No. But more like which I can do in a combat scenario.
oh, okay, yes, sure. If it's relevant this session, I'll give it to you. Like just a random thing that you can try, but otherwise, I will give that to you later. When I have
Sure.
time. So again, this is Lonnie's backstory stuff, so does she wish to report her acquaintance, but her body's friend, if you will? Of course, if you don't, then they will assume that he is still at large and try to attract him still.
Without the
Is-
fish bait.
Is Lonnie here?
No, doesn't seem
Oh,
like
no.
it.
Okay, I will delay that decision. So you guys are back at base.
Yeah, and just so we're clear, if she doesn't want to report it, I'm going to report it because I follow orders.
Fair enough. I just want to know if she will do it openly, so I'll wait on that to see if you report him or not. So we'll wait on that. So do you guys want to do anything that now that you're back at base? Anything in particular?
Get get access to the black book, since seems important.
Okay. Okay, Lonnie's back.
Sorry, my phone overheated.
That's okay.
What?
Her phone overheated.
No, I know, but what? How?
Because I have a shitty iPhone?
Ah, iPhone. I see.
Just take those free upgrades where you have to sign a contract for 3 years or something.
Yeah, sell your soul.
No, my phone is paid off. I just need to replace the battery. It's functioning at like 70% or something like that.
Sell your very existence for one more battery hour.
Yeah, sell your
Probably-
very existence for batteries, yes. That is capitalism.
No, that is Apple.
Well, Apple is part of capitalism, I would say.
But Apple's
Yeah.
just bad.
To be fair,
Apple is
Apple-
just bad. Everybody knows that.
Apple is the quintessential example of capitalism run amok.
Amok. You guys ever watch? Well, maybe not.
Probably not.
Okay.
But
Look, Lonnie, you're old. We are young. Get that.
Oh,
but
and
yes, Lonnie, would you like to report
next
your
time, sir, I gotta come back for you.
I know it will bite me in the ass at some point.
bite you in the something.
So, what I was going to say, Lonnie, would you like to report your acquaintance but your body's friend?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see any. That's fine.
Okay, did you hear my explanation of why that might be a problem?
I didn't. That's when my phone. You guys started to sound like robots, and I couldn't understand you.
Fair enough. So, my explanation was that Geo found out, and Shaggy was already aware of, that they basically do enhanced interrogation on subjects who they think have supernatural abilities just to make sure that they don't activate in stressful situations.
So then he would be like tortured, basically.
Basically.
Well, fuck no. I'll let them decide if they want to.
Okay. So you tell him this?
Yes.
Okay.
More clear. Tell him that for sure.
Okay. So you tell him that. He goes, yeah. Well, our people have always been put through similar things. I guess it's just my turn.
Doesn't have to be your turn, but it's all up to you if you want to.
If I gotta prove that I'm not a threat to this organization as long as they don't screw with me, then I'll do it.
All I'll say is, high probability of that happening.
Alright. He just summons a bunch of himself into the area in front of a camera. And you hear some security personnel moving forward. Seems as though he reported himself.
Reported his what? Himself? Okay.
Yeah, he just summoned a bunch of himself in front of a camera, and it seems as though that tipped off some security personnel. So he...
And your dad agreed that was a bad idea.
Okay, so, yep, he and some of his other versions of himself are taken away. So that happens.
Oh yeah, that happened.
So then all of them will experience the pain or whatever it's caused, whatever causes it?
Oh yeah, they're all going to experience it regardless.
Lovely.
Because their brains are connected.
Right.
They are the same person is how he explains it.
Right. Very interesting.
So it's not like a consciousness collective where they have to basically vote to do something. They are the same thing. So then they just have the same opinion.
What's the right word for it? Hive mind.
Pretty much. Except hive minds can technically act in solidarity if they get separated somehow. But in this instance, they cannot be separated. They just are the same person. So, they go willingly. And I'll just say, out of game, these backstory things are supposed to give you guys an extra thing for your characters. You haven't gotten that extra thing yet. There's still more to this that you haven't gotten to yet, that you need to resolve before you get your power. So, you guys can do whatever it is you wish. You have a few things that you're waiting on. Number one, you are waiting on... Well, now, you're waiting on your your captive, quote unquote, to be vetted, if you will. And you also have 3 other people who have ranger teams going after them. And you're waiting for them to be retrieved. So you have some free time if you wish to use it.
Oh yeah, how is my order going?
Which portion of the order?
The custom made item I ordered.
I forget which item that is.
BlackRock Electricity Net.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they put a speedy order on that. You'll have it by the end of the day.
Cool.
Basically, you paid extra to get it faster, basically.
Mhm.
So yeah, you'll get that soon.
Is there like I don't know, like a hacking kit for like when I'm in combat, right, and I want to hack like a mechanical enemy, something like those types.
Well, the closest thing that they have at the ready would be like what are those things called? It's not a thing that actually exists, but it's a thing that's in movies and stuff. You can basically hook it up to a computer and it like breaks the code, basically.
Cracker.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's literally called a code cracker.
Yeah. So like you can hack passwords, that sort of thing, by hooking it up to the USB port of a computer, basically. They have those. That's the closest thing without getting something custom made for what you're thinking.
Okay. Yeah,
So
because
if the enemy has a USB port on it, you could use that. But not all mechanical enemies are going to have USB ports on them. I'll just give you a heads up.
yeah.
Like that fridge
So-
that you guys encountered.
Mhm.
Lonnie
Okay.
wasn't there for that.
So what do I need to open, like mechanical doors or whatever?
You can have
Stuff.
similar things to like it's just a thing that you can a program you can have on like a laptop or something, and you remove the keycard covering, and then you can plug it in, similar to the code cracker, basically.
Okay, because I want one of those.
Okay. Yep, you can bypass pretty much any electronic lock, unless they paid like a few $100,000 to have the lock installed. Then it might be a little more complicated, but you can bypass pretty much any basic keycard lock or even certain biometric locks if you buy this particular program to put on your laptop.
Sure, and I'll need a laptop as well, I guess.
Well, I'll say that you have a gaming laptop for your mobile gaming needs.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't need to buy a laptop, you have one. But yeah, the program itself, just to pay somebody to upkeep the software with modern updates, you do need to pay that person. So that person requests $250.
Okay, and as an experienced hacker myself, do I know if his program isn't faulty?
His program is up to date. It will
Okay.
work on anything that is basically aware of, like, unless he's somebody working for the NSA that it has invented something new that he's unaware of, it'll work.
Okay, sure. I'll give him 250.
All right. Yeah, you just look at the code, and the code is. It's not something that you've thought of, but you know that it'll work.
Yeah.
So it's not something you could have come up with by yourself without an extreme amount of time poured into it, but you know that it'll work.
Okay.
Okay, so while he goes to the quartermastery area, the armory area, to purchase these items, or check on his other things, what are you guys doing? If you're speaking, Lonnie, we cannot hear you.
I don't think she is.
Yeah, she said, I know. I could read her lips.
You can read lips. Good. So. Oh. Like, I think I want to go up to. What's the dude's name? The dude who, like, I'm supposed to love, or he's supposed to love me, or whatever?
That is Dr. Wilhelm.
Dr. Wilhelm! But the guy who can make himself multiple people.
Oh, that guy. He is currently being processed.
But
You
all
are not
of it?
allowed into the room.
I'm security. Of course I'm allowed in the room.
You can try to flash your badge, however, in order to not, what's the word?
Right,
Contaminate
suspicion.
their experiments by
Okay.
having you close by. They don't
Yeah.
want you close by.
Well, okay,
also,
then can I...
if you have an emotional attachment to the person involved, they do not want you in the room either.
There is no emotional attachment. This is pure curiosity.
You can try to
Can I watch?
you can try to
CCTV?
use your powers to get in or something, but they're
Well,
gonna
they're
stop you at the door otherwise.
They have to be taping this, so can I watch through CCTV?
Yes, you are allowed to watch through a CCTV on a different floor.
That's fine.
All right. You watch as they do similar things. Right now it's relatively calm. They're just sort of like walking up to him, just saying phrases to see if anything happens.
Oh, okay.
But after about 10-15 minutes, it turns into something that you may not have wanted to see. They start, one of them picks up a knife that's on the table, starts running it along his forearm to see if anything happens other than him being in pain. You see, after about another 5 minutes, you see them set him up on a table and put a bag over his head and start running water over his face just to see
yes.
what happens. Things like that. It gets,
That's kind of torture.
yeah,
Fun.
they get progressively worse. Because certain people who have powers like this, they'll activate if they're in a extremely stressful situation. So they just want to see if anything will happen.
That makes sense. I'll stay for it.
Alright. It does get pretty gruesome after a while. Like, they do heavily injure him. However, they have somebody who has the supernatural ability to heal him nearby to heal him. But
This is some Prometheus shit right here.
they need to make sure that nothing's going to happen. That he is safe
Well-
to move around the facility.
Yeah, like I said, like, oh, here, have an apple. Oh, yes, thank you, kablam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who are we torturing?
You.
Oh, we're not torturing anyone.
They aren't. The members of your
society.
Your agency are. You know the dude that you rescued last time? Or rescued, quote unquote? The guy who
Yeah, the
you...
guy who could be more places at once, right?
Yep.
That's who they are currently doing that to.
You'll have fun. Milk Daddy takes T-Bird away.
So that's what you're doing for a little while at least?
Yeah.
Sounds
Alright.
fun. Welcome to the agency. Now please relax your anus. We're gonna poke it with something big and sharp. That's gonna be lovely.
It does go to those extents after a while, just to make sure. But, either way, what is Theo doing? He did bring up a suggestion earlier, but...
Look into the black book that we have in our possession. And
Alright,
since we now have the knowledge of the ritual being in the book, I'm gonna try, well, make notes on that ritual, try to see what it is and what's needed for it, and well, not do that.
perfect. Find out the evil thing to not do it.
Yeah, you need to know what it is so that you can do it.
Fair enough. So, you go to the book, the place where the book is. You open the safe. The book is inside.
For a second, I would say the book is gone.
I was thinking about it, but
Yeah, I would have hit the big shiny button that says panic.
We have a panic button.
I mean, this book is pretty powerful, Muju, so yeah, that's a panic button hit.
alright. So what would you like to do?
As I said, figure out what the ritual is and then, well, write down notes on it.
Okay,
See what pages, what it contains and all that jazz.
okay. You can search the book. Roll 1d20.
Oh, yeah, I still need to
Search
roll
the book.
my... let's see, I had my sticky note for that. 3d20 for the day. Boop. And 9 is best. So let's see what I can roll. 18.
Alright. With an 18, you do find it relatively quickly. You can see why they participated in the ritual. It's one of the first things in the book.
Mhm.
So, as you look in the book, you see that the ritual you need, the first thing you need is a mirror. Second thing you need is a Catholic church.
No matter what we need, Shaggy will have it in his backpack.
Yes, I have a church in my backpack.
We might have a slight problem with the Catholic Church, but all
Hey,
the other stuff.
Hey,
he
it
probably has in his
doesn't say
backpack.
it needs to, it doesn't say we need to be inside of the Catholic Church. No, it just can be a replica of a
Well,
Catholic Church.
It's not
I'm
telling
pretty
you the
sure
steps
you need
yet.
to be inside of a Catholic church if you need a Catholic
We're in New
church.
York. There are Catholic churches. There are a lot of them.
Yeah, we can just run around the street corner and it's right. It's a Catholic church pretty close by, right between the China place and the Thai spot we usually get lunch. There's a Catholic place in the
And
middle
right
of that.
Right across the street is a Starbucks.
Yeah, and probably like a Waffle House or something because after every Sunday, families go and eat waffles. That's how they mindfuck their kids into thinking God is good because they give them waffles after sitting 2 hours.
Waffle Sunday.
Yeah, waffles are awesome. But
But you-
church is boring as hell.
But either way, The third thing you'll need is enough salt to surround the mirror in a circle.
Are we trying to summon the devil here? This is me.
Is the salt an emergency thing, or is it based on necessity?
I am
Or, I
going
mean, or
to
is
get
it-
into the nuances of the ritual after I tell you everything you need.
And I just asked, are we trying to summon the devil? What are we doing?
So we're trying to summon the incubus, as I last spoke with
Oh, no,
in the mirror.
I'm just trying to prevent us from doing this ritual by researching the ritual.
This is how Martha became Martha. This is the
Okay.
ritual that caused Martha to be Martha, rather than the girl she was before.
So I'm guessing you didn't bring enough salt then, Martha.
She did.
She did. This is actually what the
I
girl
did.
wished for.
I did. No, I did.
Yeah, the girl who is now Martha made a wish, and that wish was granted. The wish was to be Martha Stewart.
The caveat being she was very, 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 very drunk.
Yes.
No, I'm a method actor. I believe in Stanislavski.
All right. The
The end.
next thing you need,
Yes.
it says recommended underneath.
Hmm.
A burglary tool.
It's only recommended, so that means we don't need it.
Let's just take it just to be safe.
And the next thing that is also recommended
Hmm.
is 5 candles with pentagrams on them.
Okay. Great.
Hold on, hold on.
I got some of those.
Of course you have.
Of course I have.
And the third
So-
and final thing that you
Hold on.
need
Hold on. 5
or is recommended.
candles with pentagrams on them or what? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Matthew, by the way, I'm streaming, so you can.
Yeah, I clicked on it already.
Yeah.
Let's recommend it.
I think I'm. Yeah, it's recommended. Your dad just said it's recommended, so it's fine.
Yeah, so the last thing that is recommended. Oh, you closed the stream.
Yeah, because I always open up windows that you guys don't need to see.
Okay, fair enough. So
So
the last thing that is recommended that you bring with you is the book itself. You don't have to, but it is recommended.
Matt, why would we not use the book? Why is only the book an optional item?
I will describe the reasons why in a minute.
I hit the wrong button.
It's probably gonna teleport to the ritual anyway.
So, do you have all that?
Got it all.
All right. Here is the ritual itself. You must enter a Catholic church with your mirror at midnight. Thus, you can see why the burglary tool is recommended.
Hmm.
Okay.
Or you can just bring a prebend,
It is also
burglary girl or
recommended.
me.
It is also recommended that you go about an hour before midnight to set up the ritual. But if you're very quick, you can go at midnight.
Here's where that is wrong, because most churches actually keep open 24/7.
Yes, but there's another part of the ritual that may need it as well. So, after you've entered the church, you must find the priest's office and enter it.
Okay, that might be locked.
Yes. After entering the priest's office, you must set up the mirror and put the salt around the mirror. There is an incantation listed underneath that you cannot read because you don't know what it says.
Kalima, Kalima, whoop-de-day, right?
You must repeat this.
Nope.
You must repeat this incantation 5 times, 1 minute between each incantation. The first incantation must be spoken at exactly 12 midnight. After you've spoken this incantation 5 times, you must wait until 3:33 a.m.
Okay. Midnight. Wait until 3:33 a.m.
After you have waited till 3:33 a.m., supposedly you will summon, and yes, Preben hit it on the head, Lucifer.
You know, you actually got the ritual a little bit wrong. You also have to turn all the crosses in the room upside down.
It is said that in this ritual,
But
he will
beside
do
that, it's actually
himself.
spot on. That is actually, rest of it is spot on.
It is according to the ritual that he will do it himself by appearing. That's how you will know that he has appeared. So,
And
Yes,
that's
we have to
also
wait
no,
3.
we didn't
We have
fuck
to
it
wait
up.
3 hours, which means I'm gonna need at
3 hours,
least
33 minutes.
yeah. So I'm gonna need at least 3 6-packs of beer. Then if we're just gonna sit around in a church and wait,
Don't forget, you also need to bring some for Lucifer.
4 6-packs then. So
you don't need a gift
So
as part of the ritual.
why
It's
are
a
we summoning
joke.
someone again?
We're not.
have we gotten paid yet? By the way,
Nope.
God damn it!
So,
I'm still poor.
what you are supposed to do is challenge the devil to a game of 3 questions.
So like riddles.
You challenge the devil to the game of 3 questions, and the devil is supposed to know what that means. And it says as part of the ritual, if the devil doesn't know what you're talking about, then end the ritual immediately. So, the entity in the mirror should know what you're talking about, and if not, end the ritual immediately. And the way that
Okay,
you
what
end
was
the
that
ritual
last-
is that you say, I release you, and you
Mhm.
scatter the salt, and then it will leave, whatever it is. However, if it begins by asking you a question, then
Hold on. What I have now is challenge the devil to a game of 3 questions and end the ritual by saying I release you and scattering the salt.
yes.
Did I
So,
miss anything in between that?
no.
Okay.
So, the devil, supposedly, will ask you 3 questions that you are supposed to be able to answer, but are supposed to be challenging for you to answer.
So what happens if fail to answer the questions? Right.
If you fail to answer the questions, according to the ritual, he will drag you into the mirror, which nobody has returned from being in the mirror, so they don't say the results of what happens when you go in the mirror.
I'm what happens when you go in the mirror.
It's false.
Apparently, you enter a small pocket dimension, and you can only stay in the same room that the mirror is reflecting, and you cannot leave. And he will leave you there for as long as he wants. And when he returns, you will most likely do whatever he tells you to. So, this is one of the ways Satan makes his foot soldiers. Basically tormenting you, staying in one place, and not being able to leave. And then he returns to you after quite a while, like a few years. And you've gone mad enough from hunger, thirst, and loneliness that you'll be... Yeah. You'll just do whatever he says.
Either way, that is not canon. That is something that's on the internet. Either way, it is a thing that exists on the internet. Anyway. So, if you fail, you enter the mirror. The book doesn't discuss what happens there. At least not in this section. If you want to try to look in a different section, you could, but that is not what's discussed in the section currently. So,
Yeah, it's...
after you successfully answer the 3 questions, he will grant you 1 wish. And anybody else who is in the room.
In exchange for your existence.
No, it's just the game. He enjoys playing the game.
You have to answer all 3 questions, right?
Yes, you have to get all 3 answers correct.
One of the alternatives is also if you fuck up the salt lines, is that he enters your body for 24 hours and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. So you'll likely wake up like in a maximum security prison.
I didn't get to the side effects yet, to be
Oh.
fair.
So, 1 question won't you in the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does warn you that if you screw that up, you go in the mirror. So, you answer the questions, and if you succeed, he deems you a worthy opponent, and you get 1 wish.
And everybody in the room.
Yes. However, if you get a question wrong, only you go in the mirror, and everybody else in the room can play the game. So he's generous. He lets everybody have their chance to fail.
Yes.
But if one person succeeds, everybody gets to succeed as a result.
Ah,
What if one failed and then succeed, then what?
Then everybody who remains in the room gets to succeed. They get the wish.
Okay. Just for clarity's sake.
The book gives a warning underneath. If you do not perform the ritual correctly, as in you choose a different room, or you choose, or the salt isn't laid correctly, things of that nature. If you choose a different room, a different entity will surely show up, and you will have to end the ritual. And it even has a warning about places such as outhouses, because this book is old. If you choose to go to the outhouse, a very specific entity may appear, and if that entity shows up, like, you're done. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Beelzebub.
I'm telling you. It's,
Beelzebub is Satan, but yeah.
It's Shrek.
I'm actually kind of curious as to what entity will appear if you do it in the outhouse.
It's Shrek.
Well, it's either Shrek or it's Dodraugen. Jobba.
No clue
Either
what
way,
you just.
if you screw up the salt,
Basically, toilet Draugr.
Oh god.
Or not Draugr from Skyrim Draugr. It's more like Draug. It's a lost soul at sea that turns into basically Davy Jones, but not with a
Shit beard.
no. It looks more like a kafane breiflapp på engelsk, Jomba.
Bloody hell's sake.
His face turns into a certain specific fish, and he feeds on lost sailors, basically.
Okay.
They turn them into more
Right.
bloke.
Let's continue on.
but yes, if you screw up the salt, the entity that appears in the mirror will just escape and do whatever it wants. If it's actually Lucifer, yes, he takes this as an opportunity to live as you for a day.
I know my Satanism.
But yes, if it's a different entity, it will just escape and do whatever that entity wants to do. So,
It's that fish, right?
Yeah, that fish, yeah.
also,
It's pretty nasty.
what was the other thing?
Oh, I wanted to ask one question.
Oh, if your mirror is cracked, then he can, or whatever entity it is, can physically apparate into the real world.
And that would be bad, right?
Depending on the entity, yes.
Well, if the entity is a fucking devil, probably bad.
The book says that this is a possible way for the Antichrist to be born. So you don't want to do that.
Who's gonna fuck us then?
So, when we answer questions, are we allowed to all group for one question? Or just the guy he's
It
answering?
says in the book that the person being asked the question is the only one who has the answer.
Okay, so it's who
So
wants
they
to be
can
a
help you.
millionaire?
But it probably won't do anything to help your chances.
All support.
So they can try to help you, like suggest possible ways to think of the answer, but if they try to give the answer to the person, it will automatically be the wrong answer. Because
So it's
only
only,
the person who is being asked the question knows the answer.
So it's only personal questions then.
It can be. Those aren't off the table. But perhaps it pertains to a skill set that they have, and none of the others have.
Yeah.
Or something that they
So,
have done that nobody else would be aware of.
Yeah, which means this devil guy, he knows everything, apparently.
He knows enough,
Yep.
it seems.
The devil is supposed to know everything you do. He knows when you sleep and when you're naughty.
Yeah, he's just like Santa Claus.
Yeah, exactly.
Only
That's what I was
worse.
gonna say.
He's more like a
Satan
rapey,
is Santa.
sadist Santa Claus.
You never heard the Christian thing where they thought that Santa was evil because if you rearranged the letters, it's Satan?
Yeah, it's Satan.
Yeah.
But then again, though, do you guys want to guess how many people Satan killed in the Bible?
Not very
A
many.
total amount of a few.
Not very many.
And
It's.
do you
it's
guys
very
want to know
nasty.
how many people God killed in the Bible?
Millions,
Millions.
billions.
Way over 25 millions, at least. Yeah, Satan is a
killed
really
it.
bad
Yeah,
guy.
there's a lot of times in the Bible where God kills an unnumbered amount of people, so it's not actually known.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
Satan
well known
really is a
25
bad,
mil at least.
bad man, people. He really kills a lot of people. Only God killed well, quite a few civilizations and scattered the people over the earth because he didn't like them talking together and building a very big tower.
It's God, so it probably has a good reason, right?
Yeah,
what
apparently
they
an
say.
ancient civilization could build a tower tall enough to reach him.
Reach the heavens. Oh, please,
Yeah.
God,
But
I would
modern
like to
day
suck
people-
your penis.
Modern day people interpret it as it was just their hubris at trying. It wasn't the fact that they were actually going to reach it.
Okay, so I don't see a problem here. So let's get into Lola. I'll buy some beer, and we'll head to the nearest Catholic church, which
You
is
don't know
probably
this.
closer than the
Prevent.
nearest
Yeah,
Pretty bad.
technically
liquor
no
store.
one else is there. It's just Gina.
What? Where the
I'm the
fuck
only
am
one
I
who
then?
knows it.
Well, you guys just arrived back, and some information that you might not have had. There are 3 other people that were involved in the ritual. Martha, the dude, and 3 other people were
The
involved
dude.
in this ritual. So,
Yeah, it's
some
also,
rangers
it's-
some rangers have been sent to retrieve the other 3 people.
It's Soap Man and Alcohol Man as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm literally just standing around trying to steal beer from the cafeteria then. Because I'm
Okay.
poor.
You can do that.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I would have tried that because I'm poor, so I can't pay for it.
Okay. How do you wish to try to do this?
Telekinesis, of course.
All right. Give me a roll.
How do I do a sleight of hand telekinesis roll?
You specialize in telekinesis, so you automatically get 3.
That's that's
Crappy.
7.
I can give you a 9.
No, you can't.
I
You
don't
can only
think
do it to
that'll
yourself.
help because
Oh.
they know I will be there. I've done this many times, and I've got caught many times.
So you start to levitate the bottle, and then somebody immediately turns around to pick up the bottle that you just levitated, and sees that it is floating, and then looks
Yeah,
over
but
at
there's
you
there's
directly.
there's many people here with telekinesis, so I'll be acting like I'm talking to somebody. Like,
They
It's
look over
totally
and
not me.
notice that the person you're supposedly talking to is not responding.
yeah, because I'm talking, so he's listening.
And immediately just grabs the bottle, puts a black cover over top of it, and it no longer floats.
In that case, I will try and go for the.
All right.
I'm gonna be
Roll.
modest. I'm only gonna try for 1 mug.
All right. Let's see how that goes. Roll telekinesis again.
16.
Why not make it more fun? Why not have every bottle just have like a Black Rock cap?
Well, that's what she just put on it. It is like a sleeve that fits it that
Oh,
has
I mean,
Black Rock in it.
Like a bottle cap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that wouldn't work for the
tried to go
bottom
for
of the bottle.
imported Norwegian beer first, and now I'm gonna try and steal the American shit beer instead.
Okay, with the 16, you float a glass up to the spigot.
A
Yeah.
not a glass,
A mug.
a mug.
Okay.
Yeah, like a liter
A
mug,
stein.
a
then-
stein.
Yeah. A
They have
stein.
water mugs, don't they? Right. I'm gonna use one of the water mugs that
Oh,
holds
you
at
can
least
you
1
can
liter.
you can get a full those jugs that they put in the middle of tables at conventions for juice.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
right. I'm not in Norway, so that's allowed. Right. So I'll take that mug then. I'll take the beer mug.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You float that up. Nobody notices.
Awesome. Come to me, my little pretty.
And it wafts over like a cartoon where the character wants a pie in a bakery window. It just floats
Only-
over to you.
Only I am the pie, and this is the. He's the character. The mug is the character.
Yeah. Like they're floating on the scent, you know, in the cartoons. Yeah, it floats into your hand.
I
You
get
now
it.
have it.
Okay, as soon as I get it, I will seem like a really happy child at Christmas, and then I'm gonna look up to the nearest security camera and go like, and then I'm gonna run back to my quarters.
All right, a security guard does notice, but he doesn't get there in time. So,
Wanted.
Stupid Norwegians.
a star appears at the side of your HUD.
Yep.
All right. So, is everybody doing what they want to do? Is that a yes or a no?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. We will move forward slightly. So, Martha. Martha.
Lonnie.
Oh, she's talking to somebody probably. Martha. Yeah, she's talking to somebody. Okay. We will wait a moment. Because Martha's thing is the next thing. She appears to be frozen.
Well, if Martha is frozen, that means I'm gonna take myself a little shot of Aqua White. It's a 2012 yearage. It's about 25 years old. And it still tastes like shit. But then again, it's 40 proof, which helps a lot. So cheers, my friends.
Oh, I see what happened. Her phone overheated again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Put it in some ice cream. I mean ice.
Cream.
Cream. The ice without the cream. Don't put the cream in the ice. Just let it be ice without the cream in it. Then it won't be ice cream. So just put the phone in the ice. Cream without the cream. Yes. Very good.
Put it in the cream separately.
No, that'll just destroy it.
Alright, so does anybody have anything else they want to do before we move on?
Wanna pick up my item?
Okay. That happens.
Alright.
Anything else? Everybody?
Oh, not here.
Okay.
I mean, I've done a lot of research into, well, some spooky shit.
That.
I mean, you can do more.
What else could I do?
You guys want to know how it is to dry your clothes outside in the winter in Norway?
Oh dear God, you're frozen clothes, don't you?
It's a
Look
towel.
at it.
It's a towel.
Fucking knew it.
Do you have a washing machine?
Yeah, I do. But I put it in the fridge.
He said to dry.
I put it in the freezer. I'm
I
gonna
don't know how it
I'm gonna
works.
cool down my ankle.
Fucking hell, man.
I'm gonna cool down my ankle. I went on a hike on Friday with a few mates,
I
With
just
the
thought of
doggo.
another joke.
of course, with the dogo. And
That's
I've
what-
never felt more like a white, overweight, rich Norwegian man ever in my entire life.
I was gonna
First
tell
thing
you a
that happened.
joke.
And the joke is what?
That's what all Norwegian flags look like.
Yep, frozen in
towel.
place. That is actually, I think that is one of the main reasons why Norway have so strict rules of taking down your flags in the evening. Because it gets too cold at night. But yeah, then again, I went on a hike. I've never felt more like a white, overweight Norwegian man as I've done on that hike. The first thing that happened, I got heat stroke and sting at the same time, so I couldn't breathe at all on the way up.
Oh,
Then,
God.
when we arrived, I got about bitten by 20 billion mosquitoes. And like half an hour before we left, I managed to fuck up both ankles.
Oof.
Yeah. So my left ankle is now twice the size and it's blue.
You sure you shouldn't go see a doctor for that?
I can still walk, so it's not broken.
Like I
Which
said,
is
you
what the
sure you
towel
don't
is
want to
for.
see a doctor for that? Because it sounds pretty bad.
It's just blue. It's not yellow. When it turns yellow, that's when you go to the doctor.
I don't know, man.
We have free healthcare here in Norway, but it's still pretty fucking expensive to go to the doctor.
Free healthcare, but expensive to go to the doctor. Doesn't compute.
I know, because if you want the free healthcare thingamabob, you have to go to the hospital. Then everything is free.
Just pretend you don't have a doctor.
I don't need to go to the doctor. If I make a little cut on my finger and it needs to get sewn, I can literally take a cab from where I live to the nearest hospital, which will take me over 1.5 hours. And then I can get the stitches, and I can travel home with the same taxi, and don't have to pay any of it.
That's
But
cool.
then again, I don't want to spend 4 fucking hours in a car, plus waiting, plus getting the stitches, and then back home. And it's easier to just pay for it, or just seal it up yourself with super glue, which is even more cheap.
Someone dropped something.
Yeah, that was me.
But
Are you eating
dropped.
spaghetti?
No,
Are
I
you
just
eating
dropped
something
my
else
food.
than spaghetti?
It's okay.
Yeah, but what
Yep.
food are you eating? That's not spaghetti.
Chicken,
Chicken with what?
taters.
Taters.
Chicken and potatoes. That's fucking amazing. What kind of sauce you have?
I just have ketchup.
Really?
hmm
It depends. What taters is it?
Playing a game, not trying to see what Matt is eating.
Yeah, but we're waiting for Lonnie anyways.
Just-
Aren't we?
I mean, we can.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, my character. Well, I would be doing to see what the hell is more in this book.
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
Is the title of the Book of the Dead, by the way, just
No.
because? Oh, fuck.
It doesn't
Oh,
have a
now-
title.
Because that would have been awesome.
For
It
now,
does-
it's called the Black Book.
It does
Oh.
not have a title. So, what are you looking for in it?
Well, just seeing what more is in there. Just since I got
There's
the most
lots of
important,
stuff
most.
in there. But I'm not
Yep,
going to
if
tell
I-
you. I'm not going to write a novel for you right now.
Now this thing has to be researched every fucking phrase at some point. So why don't I make a start?
Okay, I'll let you look at it for a little while. Do you want to skip to the middle, the end, or just start at the start?
Let's go for the juicy bits in the middle.
Okay. Roll me 1d20.
Watch me absolutely screw this one up. I said watch me roll a very low number on this one. Again, wow. 16.
You find a
Pretty good.
ritual to let's see. Yeah, you find a ritual to summon a ghost.
Ooh. That actually might be useful.
It requires a fresh human head.
Doesn't matter. Everything is in Shaggy's backpack.
Let me see if I got that one. Oh yeah.
Fresh
Because
human
the
head to
ghost
summon a
needs-
ghost.
The ghost needs a mouth to speak, and eyes to see, and ears to hear.
Okay, so you can't just use a skull.
No.
No. Because it kind of sounds like it's harder to summon a ghost than it is to summon Satan himself right now.
Well, Satan doesn't always show up, which is why you have to end the ritual if a different entity shows up.
So if you have a human head, it's like guaranteed to summon a ghost.
Well, as long as you get the other ingredients as well.
Bitches.
You guys really want me to come up with ingredients? Okay.
Eyes of
Yes.
Newt.
We
It's gonna
gave
be
you
useful.
we gave you an out. We gave
You
you an
can't-
out of so we just need the human head. You could have said yes, but no, you said you need more ingredients.
Well, you do. Otherwise, every human head would embody a ghost.
We can't
Oh.
just make it really easy, like a human head, 4 candles, and a piece of chalk, and a picture of the thing you have to draw on the ground, and put the head in the middle, and light the candles. That's pretty close to a normal ghost seance. Minus the human head.
And the chalk.
And the reason
No.
you
And
don't
the-
want to have other body parts is
A
because if you
seance needs chalk because they have to make like a weird ass
Hey,
fucking
man.
star in the
Hey,
middle.
Brad.
What?
The reason you don't
Matt?
want to have a full body is because if the entity summoned is not what you expected it to be, then it will have a body to fight back with.
Yeah. So if it's like so, the demon can fuck you over.
Mm. So you just want the head.
My ankle still hurts, so I'm gonna take another shot of Aquavite. Maybe it'll help.
It has to be within 3 days. The person has to have
Liquid-
died within 3 days.
Okay,
Not
so we
the head.
can't chop off a head and keep it in a freezer.
No.
Shit.
Even if it is well preserved it won't work after 3 days.
That sucks.
How does
Cheers.
the ghost know that?
It can smell it.
How
How
does
does
the
the
what?
ghost know that?
Sorry?
It can smell it.
How does the ghost know that?
Yeah,
It's a book of black magic. How you think it knows
I
that?
don't know.
Magic.
You don't question frequent float letting things float. You don't question how we fucking summon Loosener. But the one thing you question is a ghost knowing how old the head is. The one fucking
makes
thing you
sense.
question.
Well, he knows how I got my power because he got the same power as the same way. To a cigarette.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Which is not good, by the way. Kids, don't start smoking. It's bad for you.
Very good,
I'm just
prevent.
saying the ritual
Yeah.
seems a bit unreasonable.
And worse even is start the thing that I'm doing, which is snuff, which is even worse because that's more addictive and it's harder to quit. So don't do snuff. I'm not talking about snuff movies because that's awesome, but don't do snuff.
Prevent, stop,
What?
stop.
Snuff movies are fun. They're kid friendly to a certain point.
Halt! 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 Halt!
What?
You're at a corner now. God
I'm
damn.
trying to alleviate the pain in my ankle. I'm drinking way more than I usually do. I'm sorry.
Halt!
That's why we're trying to stop you, keep you contained. But it's not locking the key. The keter is free.
All right. There's a list of other ingredients that involve herbs.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just write that down and just put it in a document the way that I just, from the Blackwood book rituals.
And you can, since he's just putting the notes down, you can actually use some time to find the herbs you want in it.
I'm not gonna do those rituals.
Exactly. We're not going to do it like right now. Then Matt has some time to actually find the herbs. So that when we try, then he has them.
I'm not gonna tell you about those rituals.
A pinch of salt, some white pepper, and some rosemary.
Hey Ben,
And of course, the bay leaf.
buddy,
Yeah.
friend, pal. You don't know about these rituals. I'm the only one that knows of these
I
rituals.
know. I'm not playing me right now. I'm just the commentary guy.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to find?
Let's say, well, I go home for a while, then I'm like, I want something to snack on. I'm hungry. I want food.
Okay. What do you get?
Go to the cafeteria, out, getting something from there.
You run into Shaggy while he's waiting for his requisition.
Ah, so what you waiting for?
Some stuff.
Yeah. What stuff in particular?
I plead the fifth.
And I plead the sixth. So tell me.
What do you want to know?
Perhaps.
Yeah, why?
I don't fucking know.
He's telling you in a nice way that you're a fat bastard and he wants to know how much you eat.
Prebin shows up
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
With my mug of ale, of course. Or beer. It's not ale. Americans
Fine.
don't have ale. They just have beer that tastes like water.
Ruben, Stein. Transportable beer mug.
Mug.
Well, I would say I'm pretty average.
A stein is a glass that is 1 liter or more that is intended to drink beer from. This is just a normal mug that is intended to pour beer into smaller glasses. But I'm drinking from it.
It is.
I know my beer. And beer stuff.
Let me see if I can find a really nice. Ah, well, I
I'll find a
found
picture of a
one.
stein.
A very nice one. Something like this. Either way.
I want this. I mean, it's perfect. It's thick. It'll keep the cool. It'll keep it chilly for a while, and it has a lid, so it won't go flat either, which is even more awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is a stein from like your country,
No, Germany.
Germany. Don't you guys have steins as well?
Nope.
You don't?
We are of the cheese, the windmills.
Oh yeah, you ate the cheese and windmills. That's right. I'm guessing
And
you
the
guys make a lot
licorice.
of bread as well because windmills are made for, you know. Yeah.
Nope,
the
we don't
windmills.
use our windmills for that.
Yeah, you just use them to keep cool, right?
No, we use our windmills to pump water out of our land back in the day.
Mm.
But yeah, now mostly for bread.
Well, if anybody in the future want to buy me something as a gift and send it to me, this thing, I would love it and cherish it for the rest of my life, which is probably going to be at least maybe in the late 30s, maybe late 40s if I'm lucky before I have a liver failure because of all my drinking.
Either way.
But by then, they might be able to make mechanical livers.
Synthetic livers.
That's gonna be awesome. And
we go-
kidneys.
Trying to get Lonnie
And we're-
back.
Yeah.
See if that'll work.
Yeah, she's on the phone, so. So
Well, but
what
in the
you been
meantime,
doing then, Gio? All this time? You've been gone for a while. You've been
I
reading your
just-
little reports.
I just walked into a Shaggy, and you as well.
Well, you could just walk
I didn't-
around me, dude.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that would take quite some
Okay.
time.
It's like the whole way.
I didn't ask what you did just right now. I asked what have you been doing because you just fucking disappeared and you've been gone for a while.
Oh, you know, research,
On what?
the book.
Do I know of the book?
You know the book.
I
Yes.
know of the book. The black book thingy.
Yes.
Yes.
You are aware of it.
Was it good? Was it like Harry Potter?
Harry Potter
Very
went
Potter-esque.
very, very, very dark.
Lord of the Rings?
Very bad.
What?
It would be. God, I forgot the word. It would be Harry Potter if it went very, very, very dark.
So, Ronald raped Hermione? Is that the whole thing?
A bit lighter. Just a tad bit.
Ronald sexually assaulted Hermione.
Okay, that's too light again.
I don't know what's in between.
Well,
Ronald
perhaps you
committed
were
sex
perhaps you were on the
crimes.
right path at first. It's hard to decide.
Yeah, so what's in the book?
Rituals.
Or
It was
what?
pretty big.
To do very bad stuff.
Like,
No. I'm not telling.
Like eat cheese.
Oh, okay.
Rituals for eating cheese.
That would be the
To make the
best.
cheese.
That would be the best black magic book.
That would be the absolute best for more richer flavors in cheese and wine. I would be all over that book. And I would
Guys.
probably be as fat as Shaggy. Probably fatter.
Guys, I
'Cause
won't be
love
telling.
cheese.
I won't be telling what it is.
Why are you being so secretive all of a sudden? And I'm gonna like poke you in the stomach. Who's got your belly?
I slap your hand.
I'm still poking you.
Keep slapping that hand away.
I'm gonna make you laugh. Who's got your belly? Diddle, 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 diddle.
Oh, a very drunk man.
That's mean. I'm not
Yes.
even drunk yet.
He's
I
he's
only managed to steal, buy one mug.
Do I need to report you again?
I
Pre-ban?
bought it. I promise.
You know you're very unbelievable, you know that?
I still bought it. So it's up to you to report me or not. But you're gonna look like a pretty fucking big asshole if you reported it and it turns out that I bought it. Which I did.
Did you have enough to eat?
Sure you did, buddy.
I bought the bear.
I did it.
No. Either way.
Morning. Many times you gonna do that?
I was just heading over to the canteen to get something to eat. Because I've nearly been busy all day looking into, well, the Black Book.
Wait a minute, they have food here?
Yes.
So, canteen dude.
I thought they only. I would say it's kind of my fault because as soon as I walked in here, I saw the bar, and I always just walked to the bar.
Yes, it's
Oh,
your
yeah.
fault. Yeah, it's your fault then, yes.
I thought it was a pub, a really big pub. Look at all the fucking chairs and tables.
Yes, the long tables. Makes total sense. Sarcasm is thick.
Yeah, those are normal tables in Norway, long tables to drink and eat shit. But I didn't know they served food.
Oh, now you do.
I'm gonna follow you. I
Okay,
want to see
had-
what food they have.
Okay, see ya in the canteen, Shaggy. I'll be busy for a while.
Oh, dude, I'm already in the canteen.
Aren't you like in queue to order or get some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
the
guessing it's
canteen
like you
price.
pay in advance and you can take whatever the fuck you want. That's like a normal canteen
I
thing.
don't know how this canteen works.
I don't either. That's why I would hope Matthew would jump in and tell us how it works. Don't give your mother that look, Matthew. She sounds very nice, actually. You're muted, Lonnie. Lonnie, you're muted. You're still muted, but you're unmuted. We can hear you. Don't look at me like that, Lonnie.
The thing is, her Discord is green. That means it's sending sound, but she muted? Oh,
No, she's not muted. At least not on Discord.
no. We cannot hear you.
No, Lonnie, we can't hear you.
I'll be grabbing a drink because I'm
Don't roll your
thirsty.
eyes like that on me. Oh.
I'll
you
be
guys
grabbing a drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
and you.
Okay.
We're gone
You
now.
left at the exact moment that I was calling on your character.
Oh god, I'm sorry. You guys like were moving in slow motion and I couldn't hear anything.
I didn't do shit. I stole a kegel beer. That's it. Oh my
Oh, so
god!
you
I
did steal a
love your
keg of
new hair
beer.
color. It's. Is it?
Preben likes your
I
hair.
turn around.
Preben
Turn
likes your
around.
hair.
Only your head, though. Yeah.
The purple?
Yeah, like it.
I'm washing it out so that way it could be a different color, but yeah, it's purplish.
Me likey. It's like a blend of purple and black.
Yeah, it's my natural hair color down to the purple.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like that color.
Okay, so I will call on Martha.
Martha! Yes.
Alright, after a few hours, they finish with the processing process. And he is released.
Okay, so I saw the whole torture, investigationary, whatever.
Yeah, they did a lot of bad things to this person, but
Right.
they also did some weirdly mundane things as well.
Mundane, you say, mundane. Okay, oh, which makes sense. They're trying to figure out his triggers.
Apparently he doesn't have any. He's just able
Oh.
to do the things.
At
Told
will?
you guys, he was a cool guy. You just don't like bad cops.
Great.
Although they did notice that he seemed to be screaming in pain every once in a while.
Because there were people, bad people doing...
Unprovoked.
Right.
As he was doing in the vehicle as you guys were driving back.
Oh,
Right.
well, that is because he assembled everybody into himself again, right? It's painful.
No. I did discuss this probably while you weren't here. So, the reason he feels pain
Yeah,
is
but-
because he was asked to not intervene on any situations anymore, and every time he
Yeah,
fails
and he
to
had like a person that said we need to intervene, and yeah, sure, but no, I don't want to do that, and the personality attacked him basically, right?
No.
Oh,
It's just part of it's part of the monkey's paw. He got his wish. He could intervene, but if he ever stops, then he feels extreme pain.
Oh.
So it's because he's not intervening anymore.
so every time he hurts like hell,
Something bad's
Somebody
happening
is
that
getting
he could have
raped.
stopped.
I say let this guy loose again. I mean, he didn't do anything bad, except from our company's position, because they know things happen.
Well, the thing I would
Yes.
suggest is tell him to not kill people and just,
Fuck that. Tell him to kill people. He just has to be more careful about it, like a serial killer, like a
okay.
The
normal,
only way that
healthy serial killer.
So I'll go into discussing this because he did have a long conversation with Martha.
Martha.
So, the reason that wouldn't work is because he's only aware of the situation as it is happening. And he doesn't know who is involved or anything. He just knows where to go, and if he goes there, he can solve the situation. After the situation is over, he can't do anything about it anymore. because he doesn't know who was involved or anything. He just knows the location to show up at, and then he shows up there. So unfortunately, he can't do the thing that you're suggesting. He can't, like, sneak up or anything. He only knows when the situation is happening, and he has to stop it while it's happening. So it's a limitation of the wish that he was granted. Almost as if there was a reason for it.
So he basically wished for I want to stop all unfairness.
He
Kinda.
wants to stop the prejudice, basically.
Yeah.
And he is able to, but he can't, like, sneak up on the guy the night before or anything like that. He has to intervene on the situation as it's happening. There's a lot less of it happening, but it still happens. Because they know that somebody's there to stop them. Because the vigilantes are a national... They're known as the Well, people think that they're a group of vigilantes right now.
Well, I won't let him loose again. Just teach him to be more subtle.
If that's possible, if it's possible, you could, but whether or not it's possible in certain situations is dependent on the situation, I would assume.
I mean, even if his hair is still out there, you know, doesn't matter if you not let him loose.
Yeah, there's still some of him out there. Because he's even admitted that he's, like, infiltrated certain locations so that way he can find out information that he can't otherwise. Such as news stations, which is why he knew that you guys were doing something fake. One of him was in a news station that got tipped off. So that's why he knew that that was a trap. And he can make pretty much infinite of himself, so it's not like he has a limit on how many he can send certain places. Also, one of the abilities that you guys are aware of is that he looks very unnoticeable. Like, if you saw him in a photograph with a group of people, you would notice him last. He is...
Yeah, so he's like me.
He sort of blends in.
Yeah, so he's like me.
Yes, you have the power, that power, I think. Maybe.
I'm pretty fucking sure I do.
I also have blended, so I have a power as well.
Blend.
But yes,
Yep.
he has that ability. He just sort of... You don't notice him as much. But since he's coming out and attacking people, you notice him. Because he's attacking something. But if he were in a crowd of people, you would be less likely to notice him. Which is how he infiltrates these places. And found out that you guys were tricking him. Because it seemed suspicious that they were calling the news places to come to a hostage situation. Which usually doesn't happen. They usually want the media to stay away as long as possible.
Right.
So that's why he found that suspicious. Either way. So he is released. He sends the additional 6 of him that he brought with him elsewhere. And he walks out of the room. You go up to the other floor. And you meet with him. He looks a little more somber than he was earlier. and I'm talking to Martha, by the way.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Yes, you go up to meet with him, and he looks a little more somber than he was earlier. Probably for obvious reasons.
Right.
But he is alive and physically well.
Well. Okay, that's good.
Give man a hug.
I give him a hug.
He sort of softens a bit and hugs back.
I ask him how he's doing.
Well, not quite as good as I was a few hours ago.
Which makes sense, of course.
But I seem to have proved my case.
That sounds like it was a brutal questioning.
Yeah. But we're resilient. I'll make it through.
So now what, you join our team?
Well, I made it very clear that I don't have much of a choice. So, he shrugs. I'll at least keep part of me here. They know that they can't contain me all, not without a very large effort to do so. And they're allowing me to remain free for now.
You're a part of the team. I don't know why I'm singing. Maybe you need some sleep.
I don't really need it anymore. With how many of me there are. One of me can sleep and all of us rest.
Shut the fuck up! Don't say that, but like out of character.
Yep.
In character. Oh, that sounds kind of awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, to stop yourself from having pain, yeah, you go do well what you have to do, I guess. Just try to be subtle about it, as subtle as possible.
Oh, so you're there? I
Yeah.
can say that you guys are there. Sure.
Oh,
She could have contacted you guys. Said that he was.
What
do important question. Do I get my extra large pizza from the cafeteria?
Yes, you have an extra large pizza, like, you have it, like, rested on your palm, and you're just lackadaisically grabbing pieces and eating.
Yeah. It's like an automatic process at this point.
Yeah. So everybody's there, if you wish to interact with this guy.
Oh, we're there now.
She called you guys and notified you that he was
Okay.
released.
So I didn't hear any of the conversation that went on.
Oh, he was just saying that he's better, not as good as he was earlier, and that the only other notable thing that he said was that only one of him needs to sleep to get all of them rest.
But that was not the thing that I was interested in.
Well, you can talk to him about whatever it is.
Yeah, but I didn't hear it, so I wanted to make a comment. I wouldn't have made a comment because I didn't hear it.
Okay, fair enough. So, he is there if you guys wish to ask things of him.
I asked what I wanted to ask, so I'm good to go.
Alright, well.
I do have a question.
No, before you write in the comment, just ask us first. Because I
My
like to
question,
watch in case somebody says something in the comments.
Oh, it was you in the chat.
It's a me! Yeah. Always assume that there's one of your mates watching, or it's a bug. Because I've been streaming this past week, and I've always have one viewer, but I'm pretty sure it's a bug. I'm like 110% sure it's a bug because I start to stream. It takes around 30 minutes, and I have a viewer. And only that one viewer.
Or maybe you just have a secret fan.
Hopefully, she's a woman, she's desperate, and she has a lot of daddy issues. Cheers for daddy issues. Which makes people like me have a chance in this world.
Okay, so he just sort of wanders off. Unless any of you have anything you wish to say to him.
Yeah, I would had liked to say something to him, but I can't because that would be metagaming since Guillaume doesn't want to share information.
I want to scream, keep your nose. Instead of keep your nose clean, it would be more like keep your nose hidden.
He just glances over at you.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he hears
Okay.
you.
Okay, so with that, I mean that basically do go on and kill those assholes, but do it quietly
Why is it so hot in
with not a bunch of people taking pictures and saying, oh, this picture was taken at 12 a.m., but this picture was taken at 1 p.m. How is this possible? And blah, blah, blah. So keep your nose hidden. For all means, kill those assholes. Jesus. I would have fucking joined you if I had the same fucking power.
He just sighs and starts to walk away.
And I don't have a burp right here, but when I said that little speech there, I would have like all over as I'm holding my picture, which is probably pretty empty right now.
Yeah, so he just walks off. Unless anybody has last minute questions. Oops. Going once, going twice.
And
And
no.
sold.
To the man in the iron lung. Okay.
Yep.
So either way. So,
With him.
so, after a few minutes of you guys sort of hanging out, Martha, you are contacted by Jonathan McIntosh. Do you wish to answer? Martha. 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 Are you there? Martha. We cannot hear you. So, I will
Yes.
continue. So, Martha, you are contacted by
Yes.
Jonathan McIntosh. Do you wish to answer? Okay, she's answering, I assume.
Said yes a few times to you.
Okay. So, he goes, I have something important. Bring your friends. He hangs up. And I think she froze.
Yep.
No, she didn't freeze.
Oh.
She was just standing very still.
Mhm.
So Martha, he has told you that he has something important to show you, and he wants you to bring
Yeah,
the squad.
She
You
answered
wish to
in
do that.
the Discord.
Okay. So, I guess she does wish to do that. So she tells you guys
Yes.
that he said that.
Okay.
Or
Do you guys
Guess we
wish to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Matt, do you even have connection?
I'm waiting for you guys to respond and I hear silence. So,
He said yes, we said okay and all that
To
jazz.
be fair, I didn't even hear what you said because I'm drunk and I'm doing something else in the background. And apparently, I am not very good at multitasking when I'm shit faced.
yeah, we see your chest.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Because I needed to see my second screen, and currently I don't have much space.
okay, so you guys head to what was it called? Oh yeah, the executive floor. And he tells you guys to meet him in Office B, which is the one that you guys went to before, except Shaggy.
We're not doing a ritual, we're going to an office.
We're not doing a ritual.
Okay, so what's happening?
going-
Jonathan McIntosh said that he had something important to show you.
Yeah, the
Oh.
leader of our group.
I have something
Our
important to show
boss.
you. I want to take you into my room, underneath my covers, where it's dark and silent. And I'm gonna show you this whoop-ass fucking glow-in-the-dark fucking clock. Look at this shit. It's so fucking awesome. It shows all the numbers.
Are you
the
this
pins.
drunk in-game pre-ban?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
we're
as drunk
do I
as
have
this
any
out of
training grounds?
game,
Let's see,
so
do I have any training grounds?
I am playing myself, so yeah, I am shit-faced. Well, I'm not shit-faced. I'd say I'm drunk. Yeah. I'm drunk.
Okay. So,
The fuck
Martha
the
has
succubus
asked
or the
if
devil.
we do the ritual, what would our goal be?
That's what I just said. To fuck the succubus or the devil. I mean, if I went down into the history as the man who screwed, like, made love to the devil and then killed him, then I would be ready to die, and then I'll try and kill him. No problem.
You
Because
have
I'm pretty
lofty
sure
goals.
he knows some awesome stuff.
You have lofty goals.
Yes, I have very lofty goals.
Okay, so you guys head to Jonathan McIntosh's. He is in Office B, and those of you who remember, in order to get to Office B, you have to succeed on a roll. So who wishes to make the roll?
Nope.
I've been in Office B. Ever? Me?
Yes, you have. Shaggy has
Really?
not.
What did I have to roll?
1d20.
Oh. I'm not gonna roll that.
All of you will have to roll 1d20 if you wish to get to Office B. But only one of you has to roll. But each one of you, no matter who it is, will have to roll 1d20.
Okay.
So who wishes to roll the d20?
I mean, at this point, I'm just following the guys that's been here. So,
I mean, you can just roll if you want. It's just a group roll. So you can just roll if you want,
Sure, I'll roll.
since nobody else is brave enough.
2. We're fucked.
Alright, so here's what happens. You appear to be getting closer to Office B. However, you turn back, and you're just as close as you were to the elevator 10 minutes ago. So you're walking towards a door, and you feel like you're getting closer to it, but you look back at the elevator, and you're just as close to the elevator as you were before.
Okay. So I went to take a piss, which means I can talk because I have a boom mic now. But then again, I really wanted you to roll, Yuba, because all of us has been there in there. You have not, which means let the newbie, I'm guessing, push the button to the elevator. Like
No,
as you push the
he
button.
went to the you guys went through the elevator. You talked to the receptionist. The receptionist told you that he is in Office B, and that you need to get to Office B. So
Okay.
he rolled. He got a 2. So you're not at Office B.
Yeah, so let's go to the elevator again.
You are at the elevator.
Yeah, we're at the correct floor. And the door is just right there, but I can't get to it. We'll go to it.
So you can roll again. You just wasted 10 minutes. That's what happened.
Okay. So how far away is the door from me, currently?
It appears to be like 100 feet away from you. At most.
Okay.
It's just
And,
down the hall. It's just down the hall on the left. And you appear to be walking down the hall and making progress, but then as soon as it's taking a long time to get there, and you turn around just to make sure you're making progress, you're not.
All right.
So you can roll again.
I would like to mark my path with some OK stickers.
Alright. You begin to mark your path, and as soon as you're about to put the second one, you see the first one where you were about to place the second one.
I see what's going on here.
Exit cleanup.
You literally have to succeed on a roll to get to the office. That's the only way to get to the office. They wasted 40 minutes trying to get to the office the first time.
You didn't hear us. And so forth. All of the problems which has to be with Discord is you. No, Lonnie. No, not you. Lonnie. If we can't hear her talk, she disconnects, does something, and then we can hear her talk. If she can't hear us, she disconnects, and then suddenly it's fine.
Just send her a message saying to do that.
I can't write English, so that's not gonna happen.
Somebody can do that, I guess me, because no one else will.
Exactly, because you can write English because it's your native language.
All right. So I want to experiment with this fucking hallway.
Okay.
First thing I'll do is pull up my binoculars and see if I can zoom in on the door.
Oh yeah, it appears to be about 100 feet away. Down
Yeah,
the hall
yeah.
to the left.
But when I zoom in, I can see the door clearly, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. And I'll
Is
walk.
everybody in this particular pickle, by the way?
Yes.
Okay,
You guys
because
are walking
I don't
as a
have
group.
the...
You guys are walking as a group, and therefore your group has to make the roll and succeed.
So, which means I don't have the
Let's see how lucky I am.
The.
Should I try, guys? I'm
What
gonna
word am I
try.
looking for? It's a word. I
Nope.
don't have the.
Yeah, so you guys start
Yeah.
walking down the hallway again. I assume you're looking at the door through your binoculars the whole time?
Patience! That's the word. I don't have the patience or patient or whatever to do your little experiments, which means I would just keep walking towards the door and roll my d20.
Yeah, I would walk towards the door for a minute and see if anything happens. Well,
Alright, you walk
With
towards the door
binoculars.
for a minute. You
I'll
don't
wear
get any
binoculars.
closer. You don't get any closer, and you don't get to roll.
okay. Ah,
You have
Well,
to walk for 10 minutes.
well, I don't know that.
I'm just saying.
Nobody's told me.
Yeah, but we do, which means I will just walk towards the door for 10 minutes and roll my d20.
Okay, you can roll your d20. Since you're gonna walk alone.
Yeah.
You
Do I-
walk
do I-
a lonely road.
So
The
I-
only road that I have ever known. Watch.
So I'm
the
standing
master.
still, right? And I
Watch
see him
the
like,
master.
teleport back, right? Is that what it
I
is?
got an 11. I don't know if that is enough.
As you got an 11, you are at the door. So you just watch him walk to the door, but he's walking very slowly. It takes him 10
Yes,
minutes
in
to
that
get
case,
there.
the DC is 10, by the way. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes,
Yes, you do. It goes to a door.
but I'm all alone and I walk alone.
It goes to a
Na
door.
na 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 na.
Okay,
Yeah, but
you're at
that-
the door.
But Green Day don't knows where it goes. Green Day have no clue because they're blind, apparently.
Apparently.
I mean, every road in the world will somehow lead to a McDonald's,
Okay, so
which is no
Yomba.
joke.
he appears to be walking really slowly, but he gets to the door.
Okay.
And I'm
So-
like waving at you. You guys coming? Slow fucks.
I would like to walk as slow as he did to the door.
Okay. Roll
10 minutes.
1d20.
I can't ring Lonnie.
That's
You
the
have
thing.
to ring
She's
Lonnie,
here.
Matt. Oh,
So I mimicked his walk, then I made it.
Yep. You walked really slowly, and you got there.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Gio? Are you walking towards the door?
I'm just following the group.
Alright.
That was right.
Alright, if you were following him, then you're there. And I'll say Martha was following you guys, so you guys are all there. This time you only wasted a half hour rather than 40 minutes.
Progress.
So, you reach the door, you open the door, and this is the room where you guys had that encounter with the Christmas cartoon.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no.
It is the same room.
I will shoot someone.
The Christmas cartoon is not in the room.
Oh gosh.
Nor is the vending machine in this room. But it
Hmm.
is the same room. So, you see Jonathan McIntosh sitting in one of the office chairs around this meeting room table,
Mm-hmm.
which takes
Uh,
up most of the room. It just
The
appears to be a
lightest
meeting room.
person in the lift so far that I don't like that much. Well, I love him, but then again, he is the lightest. I'm gonna grab Gio and I'm gonna try and throw him into the room to see if he disappears into the Christmas Carol.
There is no TV and there is no
I'm
VCR.
I'm not just gonna
I don't
let
give
them
a shit.
pick me up.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna grab Gio and I'm gonna grab him by his I'm guessing you're always wearing like a lab coat. Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Currently
him by
has-
the
He currently has
Lab
one because
coat.
he had to go into research to look at something.
yeah, so I'm grabbing him by the fucking lab coat and I'm gonna come
Beat the
after you if
13.
this goes to
Beat the
shit and I'm gonna
13.
throw him into the room.
Beat a 13 because I'm not going willingly.
Yeah. So
Roll a d20.
1.
Just one.
It's me.
Just one, because you're against
I'm
him.
playing myself.
Yes. Roll 1d20.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not
No.
going. Oh, fucking hell.
So, you get thrown into the room, Gio. You land on one of the office chairs.
So if I want to become myself, I have to train in strength. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't automatically have it.
I just look at Freeman and then just give him a death stare. I saved your sorry ass.
When?
Remember, you were slowly dying on the inside.
Oh yeah, right. But I did say I do love you, but you're the lightest, and then I throw you into the room. And I did say I will come
I will
after you if it
shoot
goes to shit.
you in the ass.
I said everything. I love you, but you're the lightest. If everything goes to shit, I will definitely come after you, and then I throw you into the room.
Jonathan just sits there shaking his head.
Yeah, so he just face palms on the floor then.
Oh, Gio hits an office chair. He lands in the
Uh,
office chair.
Oh. I would have tried to I would have aimed for like the softest surface.
Yeah, the office
which-
chair.
Yeah, the office chair. Something really soft and plushy.
It's a leather chair, but yes, it is soft if he landed on it. Okay.
I'm very confused.
Okay then. Right. It's not fucked up. And I'll go over and I'll raise you up. You did good.
I'm gonna smack you in the face if you keep doing that.
I mean, you are the lightest.
I'm not the lightest.
Yeah, you're tall as fuck, but you're skinny. Which means I can literally, and I'm gonna try to prove my strength by, like, literally grab him and hold him up with one hand.
14. You're gonna beat that again.
You gotta beat a 14.
Mm. Then, no.
Nope.
He escapes your grasp. It
Okay, that's good.
appears-
Which means everybody still thinks I'm strong because
No,
he
I just slap his hand away. Like, no.
and I listen to you because I'm a good friend.
Just
Okay.
be glad I don't put a revolver in your face.
That puny little pea shooter.
Oh no, the one that fires shotgun shells. Well, shotgun pellets, I should say.
But it's still for me a puny little pea shooter.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage.
Because I have a shotgun. And I have
But
a rifle.
either way, I think someone was.
I have
call this
3
here.
rifles actually. And I have 2 shotguns. And 1 saloon rifle. And I do know that one rifle shot is much more fun to shoot off than a shotgun shot.
Jonathan, if he could facepalm into his own chest, would have done so.
He would go into another dimension to facepalm.
Yeah, we're having this discussion in game as I helped you up from the chair, I'm guessing. So yeah.
He goes, everyone sit down.
Oh, let's see that.
Is there a beer tap in the office?
No, but there is a
Sit.
coffee machine.
Fine. I'll go get some coffee and I'll
Just-
pour my whiskey in it.
Whiskey coffee? Is that even good?
It's called Irish. The only thing that's missing is cream, basically.
Just add alcohol to anything and call it Irish.
Pretty much.
So, you each have a folder sitting in front of you.
Okay.
This is research I've had on the entity that Martha has brought to my attention. Apparently, she had a dream which contained 4 other people. One of which looked like a man who came out of the plague Greece.
Matt?
Hmm?
Before you continue, you have some comments on your YouTube channel, and I won't even. Yeah,
Oh,
it's beyond me.
What the fuck?
does everybody see that?
Where?
Yeah.
What? Where?
Does Yomba see
On
it?
his YouTube channel.
I do see
Uh,
it.
I
In the
didn't know
chat.
Texans. I didn't know people from Texas were watching your stream, Matt.
I don't know who that guy is.
Who does that? What the fuck?
Thanks for the watch
That's it.
minutes.
Let's see.
Is this like
Are
a...
you gonna comment back?
The guy's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no. There's 2 watching. He's still here.
That's Yomba.
Yeah, it's me.
There's 3 watching. He's still here.
Tio's here as well.
Okay, in that case.
I just got here.
Yeah.
And I'm gone.
Did you see what it was?
No.
You didn't see
It's-
what it was in the chat.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Oh.
degenerates. Like the average degenerate chatter in Twitch.
It's more like the average American Texan, like East American.
Wait, that shouldn't be Texas. It should be Florida, wasn't it?
Oh, fuck my cousin. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Uh, it's late for me. Seriously, I'm tired as
Okay.
well.
It's really not that late, so you're not allowed to get tired yet.
I was awake at 5 o'clock.
So
It's not my fault that you got a job pulling post. You know, you did go IT, which both me and Olaf told you that's a bad idea, but you still fucking did it.
Yeah, but I didn't choose post. No, that was my fucking mom's ID.
Yeah. Again, me and Olaf did warn you, you won't be able to get a job.
Either way,
I
you
got,
each have a folder in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
We hear
Yeah.
Yes. Lonnie, did you see the comments
sir.
on Matt's YouTube?
No?
Somebody
You're from
posted in the
America,
chat.
so maybe you can shine some light on this.
Matt, you've got a YouTube?
Do you have a YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube channel, Matt! You've been streaming this on the interwebs all along, Matt!
I never consented to this.
I
Oh my
never.
god.
I knew from the start.
I didn't consent to my face being pulled all over the interwebs. Somebody might use this as a deep fake to make porn, for all I know.
Did you see the comments,
Uh.
Lonnie?
So, someone's sister got pregnant, so they found out they're going to be a father. Congratulations.
Yeah. See anything wrong with that?
No.
Okay.
Typical American,
It is the American things.
You know,
I
Matt's an American,
guess.
right, guys?
No.
America. Fool, do you live in North America or South America?
North America, but not
Claro.
America, as in
Tú eres un americano. Ya, no más.
not.
I said you're.
So you guys got to the off. It took them so long to get this far. They went to the office, where you guys interacted with the Christmas cartoon.
Okay.
If you remember the Christmas cartoon.
Da,
It's
da,
so
da, da,
fucking long.
da.
That was a great test of your abilities, I must say. Either way, so you guys are in that office and you are sitting in front of file folders at the meeting table that he has brought you to. So that's as far as we've gotten.
Wow. Y'all.
Matt?
You know, brilliant, Lonnie. We're so fucking fast.
Matthew,
Mm-hmm.
last time I checked, you had 28 subscribers. You have 29 now.
Congrats!
Yeah, congrats, which means I'm gonna take another shot of if I can find my glass. Nope.
Even, please, no.
Yes.
But yes, does anybody wish to open their folders?
Yes, please. Yes, I do.
Yeah, but you gotta come on, Matt. You got a subscriber. You have to say thank you.
I opened my folder to drown out the drinking.
Probably that guy that's got his sister.
Open my folder.
Well, I don't know why that person would subscribe to me, but okay.
Yeah, so it's probably someone else.
Well, I don't know why he would comment on the stream. So, who knows, right?
Yeah. So, but then again, we got a subscriber. Let's do something special.
Well, according to my thing, the last subscriber I got was 4 months ago.
You have to refresh it.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so you're you have
refresh
a new
the,
subscriber. So
the
let's throw him a baby
Google
shower.
site. Literally.
Lonnie, no.
We're not gonna do a golden shower just because Matt got
Shower.
oh baby shower.
Freeman, no.
Everybody's
A
just-
baby shower is fine. I just said we won't do a golden shower.
Freeman, no.
I
Stop
was a
it.
good boy. I
Stop
said we
it.
won't. We won't.
Okay, Geo has opened the folder on the table.
Yay, Geo. Rocket
And he
boy,
wants a
rocket.
golden shower to celebrate Matt's 29th subscriber.
Okay, Geo has opened
There
the
is-
folder on the table.
There's
And-
two,
Preben,
three
Preben,
things.
Preben,
What?
Preben, Preben.
What?
My
What?
friend, my buddy, my pal.
Yeah.
Shut
what?
the fuck up.
No.
Or
There's
just-
three things. There's three things in this world that I will not do sexually whatsoever. It's golden showers, something that has to do with poop, or puke.
Preben.
Everything is still open
Pretty
for discussion.
Our
Pretty
stream
bad.
is that much richer for having you in
Oh!
it.
Yeah, it
so you want
is.
to do the German butt stuff
Cheer.
then. Do you want me to
You-
peg
Pretty-
you?
What?
Preben. You're a nice
I-
man, you're a nice guy, but
I
For the
heard
love of
Lonnie say
God,
something.
for the
What
love
did
of God,
you, Lonnie, say?
stop this madness.
What did
you'll-
Lonnie say?
Butt stuff so I could peg you?
I'm over to that.
Bullshit.
I have no
You're not-
idea if I like it, but I only have one life on this earth, and then I'm gonna die and turn into nothing. So I'm gonna try everything except pee, poop, and puke, because that's fucking disgusting.
Please.
Yes.
So guess what's in the folder, guys?
None of those things.
Probably.
Our permanent.
There is a picture of a man standing in front of a muscle car from the 1950s.
It's the greaser, isn't it?
Yes,
Ooh,
and that is the name
1950s.
that is on the folder.
Yeah, what's his name?
The greaser.
Shut the fuck up. His name is the greaser? How unoriginal.
Yep, that is his name.
Couldn't he come up with a better superhero name? The greaser.
Yeah, just a man with spider powers. Spider-Man. How lame.
Spooderman!
A man who is super. Superman. How stupid.
Very creative.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Okay, so you open the folder and that's the first thing you see. However, the folder seems to contain multiple subsections. This is the first.
Okay, so what's the second one?
The second one is known as the Duke.
Like John Wayne kind of thing?
More like the dude from Resident Evil 7.
Oh, I thought you said Duke.
That is the Duke.
Okay, okay. Then I'm on board. I'm on board.
The third subsection says the Merchant.
Oh god, that smells like pee.
Yep, that merchant smells like.
No, it's a mouse habitat. My daughter got mice. You guys know that.
That's probably why it smells like pee. Either way, the fourth subsection is called the Centurion. The fifth
So they live for 100 years?
The fifth subsection is listed as the Traveler. And those are the subsections. Each of which has a different appearance. Gio's gonna sneeze.
Let's do Gio.
Thank you.
Do each of the section have like a color on them?
They don't have a color associated to them now.
Okay.
Each of them looks different, but they appear to be related in some way. But you haven't read the subsections yet.
I don't want to read that shit.
Okay. You can ask Jonathan if you wish about this, but each of you does remember that you had a dream that involved the greaser, which is the one in the first subsection.
Right.
I don't remember that guy. Who's the greaser?
Jonathan just nods. As I thought. All four of you have interacted with this entity.
So, what is this entity? Can you tell us more about it?
Well, all the information is there. But to break
Well,
it
how about
down, to break it down a
the
little,
clip? Oh,
to break it down a little
Break
more
it.
simply, they're harbingers.
they're what? I didn't hear you.
Harbingers.
For what?
For tough times. These entities, they may be one entity appearing in different forms. They give powers to those who are to attempt to dissuade a coming catastrophe.
So, saying we're being used in like a greater scheme.
Like the Mothman kind of thing?
He looks over at Martha as she mentions Mothman,
It's
and he
legitimate
goes,
question.
"That's one of our ideas, but thank you for mentioning it.
You're welcome.
It's more of a I don't know how to put this. You know how in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the Grey sort of helps gather people who might be good to help on the quest.
Yeah. And, well, the Harbinger is the same thing, isn't he?
These harbingers, they equip certain people for quests. The last time we saw one was in the 30s for the Nazis.
Well, at
Let's
least
just say those who were given powers were ignored. They weren't helped, and they were killed.
well, at
One
least
of our
Gandalf
bigger
had
mistakes.
Okay.
We just thought that they were crazy people talking about a man walking down the road giving them powers. Apparently we were wrong.
Wait, didn't we all... Yeah, I remember me mentioning this.
Yeah,
Huh.
the mistake we made with the Nazis. That's what it was. Well, one of. It was a combination. So we looked into this entity, and we came up with 5 different ones. We're not sure if they're the same person or not, but they do seem to introduce themselves differently. So we've separated them into 5 different categories.
Okay. So, how often do they appear? Since the last one was like almost 100 years ago.
No, less Lonnie.
I mean, not 100 years ago. About 80 years ago.
Even less Lonnie.
He said that. How long ago did you say?
The last
30s.
ones. The last ones, and now we are, well, once again,
Actually, it was about 90 years ago.
at 90.
Well, fuck me running with a dildo.
But yeah, the most recent is, well, the four of us.
Right. Other than us, how often have they seemed to appear? Every couple hundred years? Every
They
80
appear
years?
whenever they are needed. At least that's what they claim.
Interesting.
I assume you asked these entities some this entity some questions, right?
Correct.
Such as,
What our future holds? I don't know what you guys ask.
if you remember, the only question you asked him was, "What's your name?"
I don't remember. TBH.
And Shaggy, when he
I
had
didn't-
his interaction with the greaser,
Yeah, I didn't really answer any or ask any questions. So
yeah, he just reassured you that you're safe and would be able to get back to someplace safe. Like, you asked like where you were and stuff like that, but he just reassured you that you were in a place that's safe and you would be fine.
Start from here, going out.
So, yeah.
that's
The other guys just asked what his name was, and he said the greaser. So we've looked at interviews from other people who have interacted with these entities. And from the interviews we were able to dig up, seems as though they show up when they're needed. We don't know how old they are or if they're the same person, nothing like that. Seems as though the entities, they like to be very vague, like many of the supernatural paranatural, I should say, paranatural entities that we encounter. They tend to not reveal much about themselves. Perhaps it's
Do you
their
name it?
nature, perhaps it's some sort of hardwired thing that allows them to keep their powers. We don't know.
Didn't even tell us what the request was.
Right.
They don't. They just tell you that you're being given something for something important.
We're gonna save the motherfucking world.
Oh, I don't recall being told that.
Perhaps you weren't very inquisitive, as he looks at you. It seems as though the only way to get the information that we've acquired is if the people asked. But we haven't really gotten much. Other than, as he points to the pictures, they're photographs. They're not just drawings or interpretations. They are photographs, like Polaroid picture photographs. And he has one of each of them.
Okay, what do they look like?
Well, the greaser looks like the guy that you encountered. He's just
Sure.
sort of nonchalantly sitting on the trunk of his car. The Duke, he looks vaguely familiar. to those who have played Resident Evil 7, he is a morbidly obese man. And he seems to be sitting on a cart,
Shaggy.
pretty much. The merchant also has a cart, but he has the cart looks more like a merchant's stall, and he's got like a purple cloak. You can't see his face, and his bony fingers are motioning towards his wares, which are next to him.
I'm gonna ask who's holding the little presentation?
Your boss.
Jonathan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
In that case,
Martha told Jonathan that she had a dream with 4 people in it.
okay, so
Nobody
I
else
wanna
told
ask
him
him.
about this.
I didn't know of this dream.
I just thought it was a normal dream.
I wanna ask him if my dream.
Which dream?
The dream of the car asking me to basically steal something from the agency has anything to do with this.
He goes, why do you guys keep these things from us? We could help you.
I did not keep this from them at all. I went to the agency and I asked around for a
Yeah, you told us
person
that
that
you
could.
encountered a car that told you to steal something from a vault. You never
Yeah.
told us that
Yes.
there was a car that told you to steal
And I did
something.
not keep this from the agency at all.
You
Same
didn't
here
tell us
with
that
me.
there was a car telling you to steal from us.
Yes.
You didn't tell us that.
Yes, I did.
He did.
He did not.
I did.
He did not. You said
I
that you
did.
kept it specifically secret so that way you could try to lure it out. And you had the guy with the mind reading powers, that was the only guy you told.
Okay,
didn't
that
tell
makes
Jonathan.
sense. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't tell Jonathan because I'm me, which means I will not tell the boss whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Well, guess what? You just told him.
Yeah.
Well, I did
Yeah,
tell
I
him.
told him now.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah, I
asking
told
you,
him
why are
because
you
I
keeping things
wondered
from
if-
us?
That has something to do with my dreams. And I'm hiccuping like a
And
mad
he's asking
motherfucker.
you why you're keeping things from him.
I'm not keeping things from you. Well, do you want me to tell you how good my orgasms feel when I'm jacking off?
If you think they're supernatural, yes.
That makes no sense to me.
Okay, you that's a counter. That's a counter at all.
That is a pretty good counter. Oh fuck.
Look, the paranatural can show itself in a variety of ways.
I-
There are
Yeah, but I didn't
sexual-
keep it
there
from you.
are
I tried to
sexual
get help,
paranatural
and
entities.
that didn't help. So I'm telling you now, a car wanted me to steal something that I can't remember. I don't know why my memory is so bad, and I'll take a sip from my drink.
Look, I don't know what this car is. There's a car in that picture of the greaser, but other than that, you haven't. He just seems frustrated.
Is the car the same car in the picture that I wrote?
No.
Okay.
No, this car that you drove in is a
Mhm.
newer model than the car that is in the picture.
Okay, I'll tell him this. It's the same car, but it's a newer model.
That's troubling. But I didn't really research it because I thought the situation was resolved. Well, now I have a new thing to look into.
Yeah, well, what you might actually want to really look into was I'll explain to him that the car that I rode basically mm, basically blackmailed me.
Okay.
Yeah, because it did. It tried to say that if you don't help me, I'll take your powers away from you.
Mhm. Yeah, I
So
remember.
yeah, so it practically blackmailed me, try to help it. Which means
Alright.
if there is any more people in this compound that has gotten powers from the greaser, you might want to put. You miss share. Oh my god, I've drunk too much. You might want to put them on a watch list. Yeah, that's the word. Watch list.
He goes.
Take it easy, but eat small steps.
He goes.
I know, but I'm hiccuping as I'm speaking, which makes
"These
my speech worse.
These entities normally only choose a small group, and they make sure that they work together. You guys are working together.
I'm gonna take a break to the food.
A small group. Therefore, it's consistent that you are the lot that were chosen.
Why did you choose us? 1930s? That was about 19 years before Second World War broke out. Yes, that
Broke
has
out in
something.
the 30s.
Or 38. Yeah.
It's been about 90
Oh.
years since then.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about when I actually came into Norway,
Oh,
which was in 1941.
By the way, when I encountered the greaser, he called me unlucky, right?
Yeah. People who get chosen usually don't end with good fates.
We're all gonna die.
Usually, so someone do end up
Well,
with me.
if you look at the Centurion and he flips the pages, you see a man. The photograph that he has is of a man who's dressed as a Roman soldier, and he is on a chariot that has no horses.
You? Okay.
Gio?
Yeah.
You doing something?
Okay, buddy.
I just got a message from someone just for work. Just need to respond to that. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you look at the Centurion, and he goes, supposedly, the Centurion interacted with Alexander the Great, so I guess you could say he did alright.
The Centurion and the greaser, do they have the same voice?
That we don't know. The only reason we got these photographs is because of a, how should you say, paranatural object. It's a camera that can take pictures of whomever you wish.
Okay.
We heard rumors and we tried to take pictures of these rumors, and it turns out pictures actually developed.
That's
Okay.
kind of a good thing, right?
Well, it does rule out a lot of urban myths, this camera. So, the last one is the Traveler. And you just see a green hooded man. He has a verdant green cloak. And he appears to be standing in an archway.
The fuck's an archway?
You don't know what an archway is?
I don't know what an archway is. No.
God
Hold
damn.
on,
Somebody
I'm
pull up a
looking it up.
picture of an archway.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I beat you to it, you.
Okay. Archway. So basically, a tunnel
Kind of.
Opening.
Except it's
or
not
a
very long.
U, a very big U, or
It's an
a
upside down
tunnel.
U that is built onto the ground.
yeah.
There's an opening in a wall, you could say.
Yes,
Yeah,
many
so
walls
a
have
tunnel.
archways. But this particular archway that you see in the picture is just an archway. So it's just a stone archway.
Yeah, so it's the picture that Geo sent.
Yeah.
What else is
Basically.
there?
Okay.
Matt, what else is in the picture? Just the archway?
So that's what the Traveler looks like. That one shows up in a doorway or an arch. And he invites you to
You can
enter.
see
if you
Geo is
enter,
thinking
then
about
you
what
gain power.
letters he sent.
Just
Mhm.
wait. I'm just waiting for a reply to see what I get. And it's good.
So, he says, this particular one, the Traveler, appears in an archway, and if you walk through the archway, you obtain your powers. The Duke, the fat one, he sells you things. Kind of. He only accepts a certain currency. While the merchant openly accepts any currency.
What's the currency?
Lei. L-E-I. Certain type of coin. You have to go
What
on an
coin?
adventure to find them.
What coin?
Lei. L-E-I.
L-I-E-E-L-I?
Yes, it's a type of coin.
Okay, so can't we just make the coins?
If you encountered him, perhaps.
Yeah. Do we know what the coin looks like? Because obviously we know what the coin
They-
looks like, which means why can't we just make the bloody fucking coin?
We
Cheers.
can't force him to come out.
So you get what?
Force him to come out.
Yeah, but he will only.
So he has to
Accept.
show up first. Then you can pay him.
Yeah. So
But
we
he
make him
doesn't
show up
show up.
if.
So then you can't pay him. Do you see the connection?
No, actually, because we get the we get the coins. That is
Then
original,
you have
right?
a pile of coins, is what you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get
Ni-
the coins that he wants to show up to, right? And
He
then
doesn't show up because the coins are there. He shows up and then you get coins and then give them to him.
Probably you have to do
then
a
how
ritual or
does
something.
he show up?
He shows up whenever he feels like, just like the greaser.
He shows up whenever he feels like. So in that case, which means we can make the coins.
At this point, Jonathan just face palms.
We can mass produce these coins from the same
Yes.
compound.
It's
And the
almost as
same
if there was
fucking-
an entire civilization that ran on these coins at one point. And yet
Yeah,
he didn't show
yeah.
up constantly to that civilization.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, so
Jonathan
how does he
says,
show up? He just shows up.
He
"How did
shows
the
up to
greaser
his
show up to you?
To me?
in a car in a dream.
However,
Do you
he
really
felt
want to
like.
know the dream of what I did before the Grazer show up to me, right?
You were living your normal life, is what you were doing.
Yeah,
just
I was living my
people.
normal life, which means I was at home, and I was shit-faced, and I was drinking this weird RPG game called The Unlucky Few, and then suddenly, from some weird reason that I don't know, maybe because I blacked out, but I don't know, and then suddenly I encountered the greaser.
Yeah. Suddenly you encountered the greaser.
Yeah, which for me was a weird dream. And he said,
That's
I'll
how
give you
encounter.
powers.
That's how you encounter the Duke.
Yeah, so it's random then. So don't even try to say that you think you know how this thing operates. It's
He just
random.
face palms.
Yeah, but for fuck's sake! He doesn't know how this thing operates at all.
Neither do you, Preben. Neither
Guess
do
what?
you.
We've interviewed or obtained interviews from people who have encountered this entity.
Yeah,
And this
us.
is what they have said. Do you trust
Oh.
their reporting?
What did they say?
Read the report. He just starts to get up and walk away.
What is
Oi,
saying in the
oi,
report?
oi, don't walk away from us because he's fucking up.
What is the thing saying in the reports?
It's
Preben,
saying
Preben.
that somebody was climbing a mountain pass when
Mhm.
suddenly they showed up next to a merchant stall. Or what they
Ooh.
thought was a merchant stall, with a very fat man sitting on the back of it. And he said,
That was not me, right?
he said, no.
Oh, Preben,
Yeah,
just
that
listen.
was not me, right?
Preben, Preben, just
Yeah.
listen to Matt for a moment.
Yeah, I'm
The man
asking him if
requested coins
sorry.
in exchange for items.
Hmm.
The person did not have any coins. Therefore, the man who was sitting on the merchant's thing offered for him to go on a quest. He went on the quest and obtained some coins. He brought the coins back to the man. The man said, "Thank you. Here's how much this costs. Here's how much this costs." And then he chose something out of the myriad items that he was provided with and paid for it. And the Duke closed his caravan and left. And then suddenly the man was back on the mountain.
So what did he buy?
It says that he bought a sword.
A magical sword.
So,
And according to the legend that he's pulling this from, which he's assuming is true,
it's bullshit.
he slayed a dragon.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Dragazone exists.
He just face palms again.
Ruben,
I've not seen a dragon,
Ruben,
which means I won't believe they exist.
drunken as hell, man.
Yes, I am. I am. On this point, I am shit-faced. Yeah. Ah,
You haven't
Really?
seen the wind.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that
because
exists.
the wind is fucking invisible, asshole.
he just looks self-satisfied. Yeah, he's just done. He's just like, yeah, I beat him.
Yep, the guy I beat him. Fuck
Okay,
you,
does anybody
Mister
else have anything constructive to bring
Big
up?
Shot. Fuck you, Mister Big Shot.
Does
Yeah.
anybody have anything constructive to bring up?
Yeah, I would like
Well,
to.
I do remember me telling when I got in here about this weird dream.
I don't remember that.
I do.
Well, maybe then it wasn't to me.
Well, there was what he made us when he made me make a choice. He there was a bunch of colors in his back of his truck, and I chose one of the colors.
Yeah. Which one did you
Well, it's
choose?
cigarette.
Chose the white one. That
Yeah,
one
that's
made.
why you don't have any supernatural powers or military training.
Oh, I didn't know that at the
Yeah,
time.
He doesn't tell you what they're gonna do. I just out of game told you what they were gonna do.
I know. I just in-game explained that my character
Yeah.
stupid.
He looks at the rest of you. What did you choose?
What the hell did I choose again?
You chose the red one.
Yeah, there.
You chose the red one.
Not what I
The red one gives you military training.
Explains a few things.
He looks over to Preben. I know you're drunk. I'm sure you remember what color you picked.
I chose the.
Yep,
I don't
Ruben is
remember.
drunk.
I
No
don't
doubt about
remember
it.
the color of it. I don't remember the color.
Yours was blue.
A blue. I chose the blue one. I'll tell him.
That explains why you have some supernatural capabilities and some military training.
Yeah, in that case, fuck you, Mister Big Shot.
He looks at
Just-
Martha, but
I
Martha
I
isn't
want
here
to
at the
go
moment.
shoot something now.
No, you're not. Just immediately
Are
start
you here,
struggling with him.
Martha? Or Lonnie? No,
Nope.
That's
Honey,
I'm immediately struggling with Ruben, like, nope, don't shoot, nope, down.
I said I want to go shoot something now with my drink in my hand. I didn't pull up my gun.
No, you would.
No. Because I am playing me,
Sorry, I'm here.
So
and
Martha.
I have a lot of guns,
Okay,
and I
Freeman.
have never, ever, except one time, pulled my guns out when I'm drunk.
Okay,
Stuff about that.
Preben. Now.
You
Okay,
asked
Martha.
me what?
Yes,
Yes.
listen. Martha.
Yes.
So, do you remember what color cigarette you chose?
Yeah, I chose like rainbow.
No.
I have no idea.
Purple, I think.
Yes, she chose purple.
Huh?
And
Right.
Jonathan says, that explains your supernatural capabilities.
What did you? You asked me about.
You said except once.
Yeah.
Just that.
What
So
happened
you
during that one?
you want to know the one time I actually brought a gun up when I was drunk?
It's up to you.
Hopefully, man.
I
Just
took my shotgun,
uh,
which is a
South
American.
Gate.
It says American. It says American made, but it's made in China. Shotgun out, and I brought a few Fox bullets, which has higher quantity of gunpowder in them than normal bullets for a 12 gauge shotgun. And I put them in the car. I drank some more beer, and I got even more shit faced when I got out there. And I got hot, so I took off my shirt. So basically, I have stood in a tunnel, drunk off my ass, without a shirt on, shooting off a few fuck shots in that tunnel with a shotgun.
That was
Damn.
totally worth it.
Yeah, it was. It was on my bucket list. My bucket list was shooting off a shotgun in a tunnel.
Okay, perfect. So,
It made a beautiful noise.
So, does anybody else have any questions? Before Jonathan just face palms so hard that he goes back to his original position.
Yeah, I want to see what's left of this report.
Okay. It just goes into describing the different entities and what they do. Is
Yeah.
there anything in particular you wish to look at?
Let's go with the Traveler.
The Traveler?
Mhm.
Apparently, the Traveler really likes doors. Because he summons doors, he creates doors, he fashions doors with his hands in front of people. And he also likes archways. People must enter doors or archways in order to gain their powers from him. Almost as if the power comes from crossing the threshold. Usually someone walks through a door and then suddenly they are in front of the Traveler. Almost as if the door was meant to go to that location rather than somewhere else.
So in that case, it's completely random then.
It's almost as if these entities have to want to contact you. Yes.
Mm.
You can't just summon them or pull them in.
Well, I can.
You can't.
Yes, I can. I just have to tell the card that I have the thing he needs, and it'll come to me.
So why
But
did
the
they
car
come to?
isn't one of these entities.
Oh.
So why did these entities come to the guys that they came to in the first place?
They choose those who they deem have potential.
Wow. And he chose me.
Well, if you start at the bottom, you have infinite potential to go up.
Mm.
I love Lonnie's face after that. But maybe they saw that you had a good heart, and were hoping that you would use it.
They're gonna press their car on.
He has a very big heart.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
You have a very big heart.
But use it for what?
Perfect to gain your courage.
Where?
What?
You're the sweetest. You're the sweetest drunk I know.
I use my heart for beer.
That's what I'm saying. You're the sweetest drunk I know.
Your liver.
Fuck my liver.
Well, as Jonathan has explained, maybe they want you to use it for saving the planet.
My liver is a trooper.
So, maybe they're hoping that you will save the planet?
That's a
From
tall
what?
task.
That's the part that they don't know.
Oh, they don't know what we're gonna save the planet from. That's fine.
However, do you guys have any more questions for him?
No,
Not currently.
I'm getting bored.
Okay, Joachim?
Is there math? Is there any like security cameras in the room?
Yes.
I can see them.
Yes.
Okay, so as I say, I'm getting bored. I will pull up. What is the gun that is the smallest caliber that I have?
Here.
That would probably be the.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
While he's looking at his guns, Joachim, do you want to ask any more questions about the exposition dump?
I guess
Hmm.
plan.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the smallest caliber gun I have is a Glock 18.
Keep thinking, Prepin. Joachim, what were
Yes.
you saying?
Yes.
So what's the immediate plan for going forwards?
Well, he stands up. There's an alarm switch on the wall. It has multiple buttons on it. He hits the red button. You hear, and the room lights up red. We are now on red alert.
I haven't even pulled a shot yet.
He looks over at you. You were planning on shooting?
I did say I would shoot one of the cameras because I'm bored.
Okay, I immediately just try to take the gun from
Yeah,
him.
I want to use a Glock 18 because that has 100 rounds and it's a full automatic always.
He
So
just walks
in that case,
over
I
to-
will use it as a deagle.
He walks
shoot.
over to you, and he presses a medallion against your forehead. You are now outside next to the elevator, where the hallway is that you have to roll in order to succeed, to get to the
Before
door.
I got to shoot the camera.
Before you did that, yes.
Okay, so I say I'm bored and I pull my gun. I lay my sights to the camera. And what's his name again? Jonathan?
Yes.
Yeah, Jonathan just came out to me, pulled the medallion to my forehead as I'm sighting into the camera, and suddenly I am in the hallway.
Yes.
Is there any cameras in the hallway?
Yes.
Yes. I will try to shoot. I would say that he just pressed the medallion to my forehead as I switched in. And I will be in murder mode for a fucking camera. So I'll find a camera and I'll shoot it once.
Okay, roll 3d20.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Christ, Prevent.
He's the one that's gonna save the world, by the way.
Apparently. 18 to hit the camera.
The camera explodes into a shower of sparks. And then
I'm gonna go,
everything.
hell yeah!
And then.
Voice.
And then. Everything stops, including the sparks.
Ooh, this is interesting.
You start looking around.
I would have still screamed, "Hell yeah!" and I would have looked around to see my companions, like Martha, Shaggy, and Geo. Like, oh, they're gone. I'm
They're
in
not there.
yeah, and I recognize the hallway, right?
Yep. Everything
Yep.
is frozen in time.
Can I still move?
Yes.
Is the receptionist still there?
She is frozen in time. She sort of jumped back at the shooting, but frozen now.
Is she a redhead?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna hate myself
Well,
if it is.
Yeah, well, is she petite? That is really the thing. Yeah. Is she small and cute?
I will get you the answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
She is not either of those.
So she's like a big Bertha.
No, she's just average.
Average. I like average.
And she is not redhead.
Yeah. That doesn't matter. I still like average.
What is going
So
to happen?
in that case, I'm gonna walk over the desk. And I'm gonna give her a bear hug. Because human connection is awesome. Everything is gonna be fine. And I'm gonna look at her. Like name tag. What's her name?
She feels like a statue.
Yeah, I know. But what's
no,
her
I
name?
mean like she feels like she's made of stone.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's her name tag?
Madeline.
So I'm gonna go up behind her, and I'm gonna give her a good bear hug, and I'm gonna say everything's gonna be all right.
She feels as hard and as
Madeline.
cold as stone.
That's
You're
fine.
her-
I know she's usually a normal person.
Steven,
Yeah.
Steven, my friend. You're hugging a statue.
Yeah, but I know
Repeat,
she's a
baby.
normal person. She's, for
No,
all I know, she's
Stephen.
scared shitless.
Steven, you're hugging an actual statue.
Yeah,
Not a person,
He's like,
just a
yes,
statue.
but I
am.
know she usually is a person, and for all I know, she is scared shitless from being turned to stone. Because I don't really follow the magical gobbledygook that you do. I
There's
just
no
shoot it.
magic involved. You're just
Geo,
hugging a plain old statue.
Geo, he doesn't know that. Spain is carried his strong,
yeah.
okay?
I don't know that. Because it's me.
Okay, so you
You're-
hug the statue and what?
Yeah, and I say everything's gonna be fine, and the name tag was something with
Madeline.
Madeline.
Okay, you do that. And as you do, you hear, "It's to jail with you."
For being rapey?
Oh. Property destruction.
Holy fuck! I'm hoping I'm not rapey.
No. Just hugging
Giving
someone
somebody
who
a
cannot
hug is
defend
not fucking
themselves.
rapey, is it?
Hugging someone that cannot defend themselves.
It's a statue.
Yeah, now you're saying it.
I wanted to.
Saying that.
I wanted to calm her down if she turned into a normal
What if
breathing
you hug
entity.
her does the opposite of calm her down?
Okay, then, well, that would most likely happen if I did that IRL.
Okay.
Why are you hugging me, you sweaty fat piece of shit? And then, well, this is in my place where I live. She'd probably punch me.
Okay,
Hard.
so you heard a voice say, "It's to jail with you." What do you do?
I'll look around and ask, what the what? Can you say that one more time, but to my face? Can you stand in the middle of a room?
You hear the voice say again, "It's to jail with you."
Yeah, well, that's fine. Can you say that? I can't really hear you. Can you stand in... I'm sorry, mate. I'm really drunk. Can you stand in the middle of the room and tell me face to face whatever the fuck you want to tell me?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Shit. That's some shit. That's true.
I have not committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. Where the
now you hear
fuck
it.
are you? And I'll look around.
No, you have committed crimes against the agency and will be punished.
Because I told my lawyer to go fuck himself.
Pre-read. You're beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah. Is there something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you again. What crimes did I commit against the agency? Because so far that I know, I
You
have
bet.
literally done everything for this fucking agency.
You have
Pretty bad.
shot our property, destroyed
Oh, the
a
cameras. Well, I did say I was bored.
camera. Do you have
Next
anything
excuse.
to say in your defense before your
I was
sentence
bored.
is executed?
I was bored.
If you knew what this
E-
entity was, this would be even more funny. Okay.
Yeah, but I was bored when I shot it, and he asked me, why did you do this? And I said, I was bored. Which means I was honest. Which is good, I guess.
This
But
will be
again, but
recorded.
then again, we are in America, which means, oh, somebody got raped, and you're a man. Fuck you! You're going to jail.
No, dude.
Nah.
Okay, so here's what happens. He says,
Um,
your defense will be recorded in the annals of history.
I
In the
have
what?
no idea what is an annals, but I know what history is. What's an annals? I'm gonna ask the entity
You
what
see-
an annals is.
You see an elderly gentleman walk out into the hallway. He is carrying a very large book.
Holy fuck.
And you see him write, "Because I was bored," in the book.
Hmm.
Oh,
I'm gonna offer the elderly man a beer.
Attempting to bribe court officials. This will go down on your record.
That's
This
fine.
will go down in the annals.
I'm gonna give the old man a
Yes,
beer, and I'm
this
gonna
will
offer.
go down in the annals of
Yep.
history.
I'm gonna offer the old man a beer, and I'm gonna offer to help him carry the book into the. I'm guessing it came through some kind of
He
messy
repeats.
portal thingy.
He repeats what he just said, attempting to bribe a court official.
Yeah, well, that's fine. But this man is not the one talking, and he's an old man.
He
He's
is the one
tired, and
talking,
he is-
actually.
Oh, the old man.
Yes.
Oh,
I thought you said you would understand if I was in front of you. And he shows you the book that says, "Because I was bored."
Yeah, because I was bored.
He shows you it again.
Yeah, I can read. Yeah, I was
You
bored.
will remember
Yeah.
this when you are locked
Uh,
away for centuries.
Probably not,
your
because then I'll
crime.
get more bored and I'll forget it.
Oh, don't worry. We have plenty of staff who will remind.
Or pretty bad.
So, what you're telling me is basically I'm going to a copycat ID of hell?
No.
Oh,
He hasn't taken you to your punishment yet. He's just stopped everything else so that way you can't harm anyone.
my intent was not to harm anyone.
Just horrible.
Tell that to this lady, as he motions to the lady who looks afraid as you are firing a weapon at a camera for no reason.
His
I
reason
was
was he
in
was bored. What are you
Which
talking about?
lady got afraid?
The
I was in a room with
receptionist.
Lonnie, Shaggy, and Geo.
We're not
and
there.
Jonathan, and I shot
He tried
at
to
the camera.
prevent you from having this fate, and you chose it anyway.
Yeah, because I was bored, so I shot the camera.
He shows you the book again.
So who is this lady?
He motions to the receptionist, who you scared nearly to death as you shot a camera that was above her head.
A rapey and hugged her.
Oh yeah, right. He put a medallion to my forehead, and I went into the reception, and I shot. Yeah.
He's just not realizing.
Yeah, I would have said that in character, by the way.
Okay, he
Shit.
goes,
Fuck.
"Ignorance of the law is no excuse."
It is not my fault that that asshole suddenly fucking teleported me into the fucking hallway and
So
scared
you
this
thought it would be
poor
more
girl.
acceptable to shoot in front of 4 people rather than 1.
Yes.
Another argument based on the defense. And he writes that down.
Yeah, that was great. Where's my lawyer?
He's,
If you're gonna...
he writes down, better to shoot in front of 4 than 1.
Okay, so you are taking me in because I am literally breaking the law within this compound, right?
No. You are breaking
Okay.
the law.
Oh, I'm breaking the law. Well, I have probably stolen approximately over
He starts
maybe
writing this down.
$600 of beer.
He starts writing this down.
Why haven't you come to me when I stole beer from the cafeteria?
He starts writing this down.
Bitch.
Is that on the executive level?
I don't know. I just drink the beer and I walk where people tell me to. And I kill the things that people tell me to.
You
and
realize
fuck
that
up.
the executive level holds the offices of the people who control the agency, right? This
I'm
is a
guessing the
defense
cafeteria is
mechanism to
not-
protect them.
Yeah, okay, so I'm guessing the cafeteria is not in the executive area, right?
No. It is.
Yeah, but I don't know that, so I'll still say that.
So you are willing to be punished for your crimes?
No, because they're not crimes.
Another point for the defense.
Yeah.
What I did wasn't a crime, is what he writes down.
Yeah.
He shows you this. These are your excuses. You will be reminded of them forever.
Oh, that's great. You sure you don't want a beer?
Are you sure that 5 centuries isn't enough?
I have no idea what 5 centuries even is because I'm shit-faced. Do you still want a beer?
500 years.
Is that 5 centuries?
Face.
That's it?
He was like, right, fine, and then I saw the moment that he understood what I just said.
Really? 5 centuries are only 500 years? Well, it depends.
Yes.
What do you want me to do in these 5 centuries?
Be reminded of your crimes.
Oh well, don't worry. I'm an alcoholic, which means I'm gonna die before I hit the age of 45.
Don't worry, you won't have access
Reuben,
to
you
such
beautiful,
fluids in
beautiful
jail.
bastard.
Yeah, I'm talking myself out of something that I don't understand.
You realize the more you speak, the more trouble you get in.
No, that's fine.
He writes that down in the book.
It's fine.
And he starts drawing a picture. And he shows you something that you might understand.
Okay.
He shows you the meme of the dog in the house that's on fire. And he says, "This is fine." And he points to the one that says, "This is fine." And he says, "This is you."
No. I'm not that.
Oh, no.
I said no. I said I'm not that cute and thin.
He turns the book back around, he erases something, and then he redraws it. The dog is now fatter and uglier.
Okay. So it looks like me. Does it have a beard?
He turns the book back around and he draws for a minute, and then he shows you that it has a
Okay.
beard.
Okay. So it's me as a dog person. And he is drinking a cup of tea in hell, which is where I expect to end up anyway. So what's the message of this drawing?
It's a metaphor.
Okay, so there's a metaphor of me being in hell. Or is it just you being, well, I'll pay for the fucking camera if you want to probably be like, hopefully not
You've
more than
committed
$100.
more crimes than this camera. You've
No,
admitted to
I've
as
not.
much.
No, I've not.
He shows you the book, and he shows you what you just said, which was that you stole over $600 worth of beer.
Yeah, you see, what I meant to say was I borrowed. It is not my fault that you can't write for shit. You know, stolen and borrowed, it's pretty similar words, so I won't hold that against you. But I've borrowed up to
I wrote your
$600.
words exactly.
Yes, exactly. So, but then again, for some reason you can't write for shit. You're just like me. It's dyslexia. I won't hold that against you because I have that myself.
He writes something else on a different page, and he shows it to you. Insulting the court has been added to your list of crimes.
Yeah. It says I borrowed, right? I borrowed beer for $600.
He writes
Ish.
the word borrowed, and he says, "This says borrowed." And then he flips
Yes.
to a different page. "This says stolen."
Yeah, but you're taking the word stolen in the sentence, which is wrong. You have to put borrowed in that sentence. You idiot.
A millennia. This is his sentence. As he walks
I
through
really
a door.
have to piss.
I would
Alright,
have said
so
that
you guys-
IRL.
You
I would have
guys
said that
are-
in game, by the way. I really have to piss because I just shut down a
You piss in the hallway.
picture of beer.
Okay, so you guys. Here's what you experienced. Jonathan just walked up to him and made him vanish from the room. You hear gunshots outside of the room, almost immediately.
Yeah, this is the guy that's supposed to save us. Right.
Oh, one of the guys is supposed to save us all.
Well,
we still
have the three of you.
Uh-huh.
More than what we could say when the Nazis showed up.
Oh, that's good. Bad. I don't know.
He opens the door and looks out into the hallway. Preben is standing in the hallway.
1,000 years.
1 millennia.
When he comes back, you'll understand why he's standing in the hallway.
Am I talking to myself in the hallway?
No,
Like,
they don't see you moving.
okay, I'm just standing there.
We can continue if you're back now.
I'm back. I always listen in.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Preben.
Yes.
Oh, he's walking into a
Yes.
different room.
He
Okay,
can hear you and talk.
I can hear
You
you.
see
but I can't
two
talk
guards?
just on your mic.
you see two guards flank you. They look like ancient guards with swords.
Do I have
Roman
time?
guards.
Do I have time to mix a drink before they assault me?
They confiscate your alcohol.
What?
He's coming back now. They confiscate all your weapons and your alcohol.
I'm gonna
Touch-
kill him.
Don't touch his drink. Oh, no, no.
I'm not doing this willingly. They're taking my alcohol. They're taking my lifeblood.
They
They
just
can
touch you.
take my weapons, but
One
they
of them-
can't.
One of them just touches you and you can't move.
You done got fucked, sir. You done
can
got fucked.
take my weapons, but I won't let them take my alcohol.
Yeah, as soon as you start to appear to be rowdy, the guy just touches you and you can't move.
That's bullshit.
It's almost as if you've encountered an entity that you didn't know was there.
I want to roll against this.
You cannot.
No,
You have already served your sentence. This is
because I
in-
am a.
This is taking place in a millisecond, but you are going to experience all of it. So,
I
You are
still
taken-
want to roll against them taking my alcohol.
no, you cannot. Because
Yes, because
if you
I
resist in
am
any
a.
way, if you resist in any way, they touch you and you can't move.
Yeah, but I want to resist.
You can't.
Yes, I can because I am a very big, large, fat, strong Norwegian man who
Okay,
is a
I'll
pet.
tell you what happens. You attempt to resist, he touches you and you can't move.
I could roll.
So, they take you into the elevator. The elevator goes down for quite a while. And you are taken
And I'm
into
literally
a...
standing in a punching motion because
Yes.
I took my alcohol.
Yes. And you are brought to a jail cell
And
within
my
which...
shield is halfway collected.
And you are put in a jail cell. And it is locked, and then you are able to move. And I'm just going to skip past a few things because you can't do anything. You are locked in a jail cell. You don't know for how long, but it feels like forever. They keep coming by every once in a while and show you the book that that man wrote in and keep showing you your defenses and your reasoning.
Okay, so where's the judge and all those people standing, sitting in the corner, telling he's innocent or guilty, which is
There was no
a
lawyer.
really
He knew
fucked
you were
up
guilty.
system, by the way.
There were no lawyers. There was no prosecution. There was only the judge. He knew you were
Well-
guilty.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell that system is fucking ridiculous.
Okay, you say that for the first 20 years. What do you say for the rest of your 1,000 years?
I would say that the system of somebody killing somebody and they have to be brought forth for judge. They have evidence against a piece of shit. And
Okay,
he's
since you keep-
charismatic enough
Here,
to
I'm
tell
giving you a way out.
people in the stand. Well, I'm innocent because I'm rich.
I'm
I have
giving you a
not
chance.
A little girl that is 12 years old.
Just give
Because I
Freeman a
am Joe
moment,
Biden.
Matt.
I
Give-
am Joe Biden. I have a shit ton of money. And I do not rape little girls because that is wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Preben,
Your
Do you
system
hear me?
sucks ass. Yes, I hear you very well, but I'm angry.
I said I was gonna give you a chance because you kept going after the 20 years. So the
Oh.
judge walks in front of your cell, which you haven't seen for 25 years. And he goes, "Did you do the crime?"
Out
Did
of
you do-
character, what crime did I do?
The store-
again?
You broke the camera. Did you break the camera?
I will say yes. Yes, Mr. Judge.
Then the system then the system is fair.
I
He walks
broke
away.
the camera because I was bored.
Yeah.
And
we keep
and
showing you
if-
that every day.
Yeah, that's cool. But I broke the camera because I was bored. If you check my blood alcohol, I'm always drunk. Well, I would be like literally the most famous toilet wine maker in this prison.
Guess what? There's no toilet in this prison cell.
Oh, holy
haven't-
shit.
They haven't given you food or water.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will tell him that I broke the camera because I was drunk. Because I am a drunkard.
Ignorance
I
of the
function
law
best
is no
when I have a shit
excuse.
ton of beer inside of my system.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
What law?
He just walks away.
Oh.
So what do you wish to do for the next 100 and or 900 and
Yeah, it's 9 centuries.
175 years.
Can I train in this?
no, you
Centuries?
cannot, because anytime you attempt to do something that is akin to physical violence of any sort, including doing push-ups, you are frozen for the next year.
Including doing push-ups?
Yes.
Okay, so I can't do Krav Maga, which is basically I wanna.
As soon as you try to do anything that looks like an attack, you are frozen.
Yeah, but it's not an attack.
I said anything that looks like an attack.
Nice.
If you move at all, you're frozen, dude.
Yeah, but I wanna. In this time, I wanna learn how to do basically.
You
Ah,
can't use
shit.
this
What
to
is it?
train.
Wait. I'm gonna find a fucking thing. I don't know the name.
Prove it.
Shit.
Hear me. You cannot use
I
this
hear
to
you.
train. So it doesn't matter what it's called. You can't train to do it.
Guys, I gotta go. It's going up early today. So,
Hmm.
so I'll see you in 975 years.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, I'll skip ahead. After 975 years, you appear back in the hallway.
Same old man.
He looks the same, but for some reason, he's different.
This is gonna be wonderful.
Can't find the fucking name, but I wanna train in the same kind of self-defense that Morgan did in The Walking Dead.
Well,
Which
guess
is
what?
basically no. Because you said I can't hurt anyone.
Well, guess what? Anything that looks
And-
like an attack. Does it look like an attack?
No.
So nothing you're going to do looks like an attack.
Yeah. Basically, the whole thing that Morgan does in The
Yeah,
Walking
guess
Dead.
what he does? Attack!
Self-defense. No, he doesn't attack in the beginning. When he gets put in the cell, he learns the ways of a specific.
Guess what his movements look like? An attack.
Self-defense.
It looks like an attack.
That's a big difference.
It looks like
You won't attack unless they do, and you will only.
And if
He-
they attack,
as I
then
say,
he
will
practices an
quote-
attack, right?
I will quote the guy from the
Prove it.
series. I didn't attack you. I redirected your ass, and you fucked up. You
Does it
used
look
the
like an
movement.
attack when he does so?
No, because he redirects.
Okay, how about this? Anything that looks like a defense, you get frozen.
Okay, so you won't give me anything. That's fine.
That's what I already said. I won't give you anything.
You
I
won't
said-
get. You didn't say that.
Yes, I did. I said you
No,
can't
you
use this
did
time
not.
to
You
train.
didn't say. Yeah.
Preben, I said you can't use this time to train.
Okay, in that case, fine. So I'm in a cell alone for how many
1,000
years?
years.
900? 1,000 years. That's not so long. Do I have anything to do in that?
No, you just sit there and wait for the guy to come by and show you the book of what you said every day.
Oh. So I can't even make like miniatures to make a chess.
That would require getting implements. You have no implements. They took everything from you.
Okay, so in that
Here's
case,
what I'm saying.
1,000 years later, I will never shoot a camera ever again because then this will happen.
Yes.
Yes.
So you appear back in the hallway a millisecond after you disappeared.
Hmm.
However, you experienced those 1,000 years. And you remember that your excuse of being drunk and being bored was not good enough. The law will catch up to you. That is
Soon
all
as I
that the
as
point
soon
of that
as I
was.
appear, in the fucking hallway. Am I alone, or do the other people come?
Well,
Like,
the receptionist still appears to be afraid of you.
I'm not talking about the receptionists because in my mind they're basically drones.
Yeah, not rapey at all.
Drones, which means I don't give a shit about them because they just sit and
Yeah, that's
tell me what to
totally
do,
what a
which I
person
don't
who
like.
doesn't rape would say. I don't care about them at all. Okay, continue. What
That's
were you
not
gonna
rapey. Lonnie, help me.
Yippee!
Is that rapey?
Continue, Preben. What do you do when you appear in the hallway? There's only the receptionist in the hallway.
I'm not gonna be rapey.
Okay, you don't do
Yes.
the thing that you did before you got locked up. Good.
Because I hate rape. It's wrong. And fuck you for doing it. Assholes. If anybody, this cat has a. Yeah. Free
Okay,
time,
so
whatever.
what's the next thing you do, Preben? Your friends are not in the hallway.
My friends is not in hallway, okay? So as I appear, I'll say, "Oh shit, I'm sorry" to the receptionist, and I'll go straight down, and I will get some beer because I have not been with it beer in 1,000 years.
At least
So I
you
need
have the
alcohol.
memories of that.
Yeah. So I need alcohol, and I need it right now.
You're still as drunk as you were before.
That's great. I still need alcohol because, for all I know,
Preben
I
is gonna
have
die.
been without it for 1,000 years. So I'm gonna go down to the.
You realize that you're drunk still because you stumble around instead of walking straight.
I don't stumble around when I'm drunk.
Well, you drank enough to do so.
No.
No. I'm telling you, you have.
I am playing myself. I don't stumble around when I'm drunk. I'm drunk right now. I talk bad when I'm drunk. And
Well,
that's
guess
about it.
what? When you tried to say sorry, you said "pachipitu," and then you walked away.
That sounds like me, yeah. Again, I talk bad when I'm drunk, but I don't stumble around.
Fine, you said "pachipitu" instead of "I'm sorry."
And I'll get into the elevator, and I'll get down to the fucking.
Okay, so while he's going to get a drink,
yeah.
what was the rest of you doing?
Yeah. Let's
He's
do
getting
that.
down with the fucking.
We're
What
still
else? Are
talking.
also getting
What?
down with the fucking.
We were talking about the entity that I just said that, well, I had said, but he wasn't the one that was in contact with that.
I'm gonna go make myself another drink,
Good.
by the way. Yeah. That is a
I was
very
about
good.
as well that. Well, I was about to say that, well, that's some bad communication in the, well, organization then, if that didn't come true.
Yeah. Happens. Anyway, now the entire organization is on red alert. The reason the greaser brought you your powers,
They're gone.
we don't know. But we have to prepare for it. Every department has to be ready. If we can aid you in any way in what you're trying to do, we will. However, you cannot use this as an excuse to rise through the ranks of this organization. You still have to earn your stripes.
It's this much.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go check on him. If what happened, what I think happened. He's more trouble than he's worth. And he starts walking out into the hallway. So, what would you guys like to do? What I'm going to do, basically,
Uh-huh.
between this session and next session,
Oh,
I'm going to give you guys a couple of days while you wait for the other of the group members that were part of the ritual to arrive. So, Soap Lady, Alcohol Man, and the Mimic are headed your way. But I'll give you guys a couple of days to do stuff. If you want to do stuff. So, if you don't want to do anything directly now, there are a few days where you can do stuff.
I'm gonna head off because I need sleep.
Okay, we can end now.
Okay, well, see you guys next time.
See ya.